And when all of a sudden, you find that you've got the chest, this chest that has like the names of all the people in the town, to whoever's going to be next to go up on the sacrifice. Um, Refusing to open it, somebody blast it, don't they, with fire? Didn't
It's
someone
possible.
smash it and burn it basically?
This sounds like us.
Yeah. All the names go poof into the air, but then you also find that they all have one name on them when you see the pieces of paper, and those names are Carrow. Some a gas is emitted into the chamber, putting almost everyone to sleep, but Davos, if I recall correctly, and Carrow actually as well, or did she wake up? I can't remember. It's the points are it's irrelevant. But then Sephek enters the room, and a quick cast of darkness kind of blinds the room. Carrow escapes out of the window, only to run around to the front door, where Sephek is also escaping to. They run into each other. Um, Carrow gets stabbed. The rest of the party wakes up, only to find Sephek had essentially collapsed on the ground. Carrow is injured, although not like mortally, and then this body of Sephek kind of rises up, and now emitting this bright light kind of blinds the party behind him, and attempts to continue to attack the group in the front. Your new compatriots that you've come across, Maeve and Leopold, actually run out and join you in this fight, and help bring down this sort of undead creature relatively easily as a group, just to find that Carrow, her injury seems something other than just being stabbed. You actually hear kind of the same sort of like harsh, I won't say giggle, but like chuckle as Carrow's eyes now emit that same sort of blue that Sapphics was previously, and also similarly, you see her kind of disappear and then apparate like a couple yards away, and then just like sprint off into the night. And that's pretty much where we left off last session. You fast forwarding like 20 minutes, Devessa and Markham, the sheriff of the town, are back up, and it's like a chaos around the city. All of the guards are like running through the different alleyways, on this apparent manhunt. All of the lights are lit in the towers around the wall that encompasses Bryn Shander, and it's just this kind of mad scene in the middle of the night, early-ish evening, I guess, not too late at night. Um, this mad dash to try to find who or what uh, broke into broke into the council chambers and essentially tried to assassinate a guest of the council. And that's where we'll pick back up. You guys are back at this dinner table, or at least in this dinner room, um, collecting yourselves, and wake and like bring back to consciousness kind of the speaker and the sheriff. Um, what do you guys want to do?
Did they not see us kill the um I don't know what it was, an apparition or spectre?
Um, some of the guards are kind of like coming in and out of the room, and um, Melandra is now pacing like back and forth uneasily throughout the room. She kind of looks at you. Well, of course, they know that we killed whatever that was, but the question is, what or who is inside of Carrow, and where has that creature gone?
The Gwen just looks absolutely distraught and flabbergasted. He's basically sitting down and staring to the floor.
Yep. Davos is kind of just staring. Yeah, burning holes in the wall. Figuratively.
They've kind of brought this. Two guards bring in this sort of mangled corpse that you guys had interacted with before and just plop it under the floor. It looks even more lifeless as it's almost like rapidly decaying since your interaction with it.
Duvessa. Is she there in the room?
She is, yeah. You can see her. She's talking to like two aides. Markham is not left. He is left and has like gone with a group of guards and exited out the room.
Gwyn will walk over to Duvessa.
As you approach, you hear her saying, "What do you mean gone? They just arrived yesterday. Where could they have possibly have gone?" Because I don't know.
Gone.
She kind of looks back over at the two and go, "Tell Markham to secure the north gate. They can't have gotten far if they've even escaped the city yet." And she turns back over and looks at you. The traveling band of merchants, Torgs or something of that matter. I can never remember the name.
Targos.
Yeah, that's it. That is, I believe. Sephek was known to travel with them, apparently under the employ of the owner. We sent troops to go bring her in for questioning, and they were not at the city square anymore, nor are they at the usual North Look or other nefarious inns around the city.
Do you know where they were last seen?
The city square, as far as we know. It seems odd that their sleds are gone. I can't imagine that. Like I said, I can't imagine they've gotten too far, but usually they spend
My bloodthirst.
perhaps usually they spend 2 or 3 days in town before they move on to the next.
North, you said.
The north gates. I believe that's use their usual pathing. Brings them from the south to the north, and then they loop back around. As far as we know, they were probably headed back in the northern direction, but I can't be sure.
I have a question for you, Duvessa. Who organizes the names in that box?
We have all the names are from the registry, and then we add in the names of any travelers that enter our gates. And then when they leave, we of course remove them.
Let me rephrase the question. Who put the paper slips in the box?
I'm one of our, probably the head of the house servants here.
Can you bring them to me?
Jacob, of course, he's probably asleep. I'd have to I'd have to wake him.
Wake him.
Aye, okay. And she kind of gestures at one of the nicely dressed I don't know, servants isn't the right word, but you know what I mean, the people that work for her, and she whispers in the ear and says, "Go fetch Jacob and bring him in." And the guard the person nods and runs off. It should be just a moment, I imagine. He doesn't live too terribly far from here.
I'm not sure if you were listening, Davos, but apparently the Torgas company with Sephek is going out the north gate.
I don't
I mean,
What do
I
we
don't
do?
know who's responsible with it or what, but it's kind of their calling card, right? She sustained the same injury as her teacher, Melandra.
But why? Why her?
Because she's reckless.
Yeah, she's not here to defend herself, so get it all off your chest whenever you want to.
Yeah. She smelled the worst.
Terrible. And she drank tea.
Awful hygiene.
Really, she had a tea problem.
You're right. We're better off. On with the adventure, friends.
I actually found concept art for a tea dragon that I was hoping to use, so I'll have to keep it to the side. Maybe it can come up later. You guys notice there are two guards, like still kind of like stationed in the back of the room, and they are just like trained on Leopold. Leopold, who now has in his possession, I believe, a dagger, right, Deputy?
Or a sword, yeah.
Sure does.
A little short sword or something, yeah. They're watching Leopold like a hawk.
He's going to be doing his best to try to hide it in his pants.
Make a sleight of hand check. Make a sleight of pants check.
You.
You?
I don't know where it goes, but it's gone.
I'd say to Leopold, what's these guys' deal with you? Like, why they're really into you?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I think they just like people who crawl out from holes.
They kind of scoff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A couple servants have started like boarding up the window that Carrow went through. Did you have something, Davos?
No, I'm anxious to talk to the guy who puts the papers in the box.
I'm glad you're doing the talking.
A moment or two passes, and the servant kind of runs in and stands next to Devessa and whispers in her ear, and you can see that she hands something to Devessa. And Devessa kind of looks down and opens it, shakes her head, walks over to you all, and hands you the small chest. A small chest. It's more like a wooden box, maybe like a foot by foot or so. It's similar. It's the box that she handed Carrow for payment for returning the iron. And she kind of hands it to you. She opens it and shows you the 4 bloodstones that are still inside the box. This was found also close to the northern part of the city. Kind of just discarded in the alleyway. Luckily, one of the guards found it before literally anyone else in Bryn Shander, because I can tell you we wouldn't have seen the light of David again. It's a box of 4 50 gold piece bloodstones, payment for returning the iron.
I guess I would take it.
Moment goes by. Another. This time, Markham returns back into the room. Sweaty. Sweat covers his brow. You can tell he's been running around the city. He looks over at Devessa and shakes his head. Turns back to you and says, we stormed the house of the head of the group who work here in the council. We found Jacob's corpse pinned to the wall in one of the closets. He'd been dead for probably 2 days now.
Took it and flipped the table. Or something the like.
I think passively, especially heated, you have no problem flipping the table. You see Markham doesn't really budge. The two guards in the south, they kind of like repel a bit and like put their hands on their swords and then quickly remove them. They're more startled than anything. Duvessa, also seemingly unfazed, pulls a chair from the side of the table that wasn't like the only standing chair that wasn't completely dislodged by the flying table.
And flip that chair.
As she's holding it,
Immediately, yeah. As soon as she touches it,
she kind of looks down at you, puts an eyebrow up. I saw Jacob yesterday, so either he has not been dead for very long, or someone has been walking around using his face.
Can you tell how he died?
Markham looks over. By my account, it was the short sword through his chest, holding him about a foot off the ground against the wall.
Do you still have that short sword?
We did not remove the body, not yet at least.
Can I see it?
Of course, we could take you to Jacob's estate and you can look around.
Maeve nods.
We're not quite sure what's going on here at the moment, but it seems clear that you lot were the target. As far as we know, Torrga has been in town for a day, maybe a little more, arriving shortly after you left. In light of all this, he kind of looks at Duvessa. I think perhaps the city has filled its sacrifice quota for this month.
I think the city's filled their sacrifice quota until we can ensure the integrity of your system.
She kind of nods. Yes, it'd be best if the town did not know of that little bit of information, but you are right. We'll have to completely find a new way, a new, more reliable way of perhaps doing this little lottery of sorts, I imagine.
I mean, why don't you do it? You're sending your people down to die. Why don't you do it by your own hands? Are you a coward?
She kind of looks at you, hurt, like in the face. Like you see Duvessa's like she's a younger, probably 30s, mid 30s, early 30s. There's just moments of like distraught that kind of washes over, and then like quickly firms back up. And you can see like her eyebrows kind of straighten. And she takes a step towards you. 2 steps towards you and looks up at you because you probably have a good 2 feet on her. And she... Need I remind you, this is what the town voted for, and I uphold the town's laws.
I despise you. I'm gonna walk away. I'm going for a walk. I'm taking Leopold with me. No objections.
You could see you see like 2 guards immediately start to follow, And Devessa kind of just puts her hand up and just waves them off, and they take their post back in the back of the room.
Now I'm gonna walk Leopold out, if he doesn't object.
Nope, no objections.
I feel like Leopold just kind of like slyly like sidesteps out of the room. Where are you guys headed?
I think somewhere to cool off. If I can go fishing somewhere, that would be great. But
I don't think there's
anything.
anything. No, yeah, you're
There-
surrounded by. You're almost on an elevated platform. The closest place would be Dualden Lake, Mayor Dualden, that you guys passed on the way in. It looks like at a quick glance.
Take me to a meat hall.
Leopold probably has no clue where a meat hall is. Assuming we assume you say this under your breath, and Markham kind of points you to the direction to the north, which would be where you guys ate at. What's it called? I'll think of the name. Something. The North Look. It's actually right by the North Gate as well.
That's where we're heading.
As you kind of storm off, and Markham shakes his head and looks at you, Maeve, and says, "All interested in seeing our newly departed friend Jacob? Follow me." He just turns and walks out.
I follow.
Adaxi, Davos, what do you want to do?
I'd follow. Yeah, there's no reason to stick around.
Same, yeah.
Okay. Markham leads you to the east, actually, and as you walk, you can see over your left shoulder the visage of a tall, hulking minotaur, kind of storming to the north side of Bryn Shander. He takes you to the houses aren't run down. They're not as beat up as you've seen from like Dugan's Hole and some of the other smaller towns to the south, but it's also not the council chambers, so it's a more modest part of town. And you can see that there's out of one of the houses, there's a station of like 4 guards all around, and they're just kind of like having like a bit of formation around the house. And it's wooden entry. As you guys get closer, you can see inside. It's maybe like a 1-bedroom, like 400-600 square foot, like, so it's pretty tiny. Markham kind of leads you past the guards. They give like a bit of a nod and they straighten up as he comes by. Once you get inside, between like the 3 of you, 4 of you, there's also a small person in the closet, kind of looking up and down the character pinned to the wall. It's tight in here, especially given Odaxi's broad hips and figure. But yeah, you've arrived at this person Jacob's house. Markham kind of extends his hand and gestures you to the sort of closet area that's in between the kitchen, small tiny kitchen area, and what looks to be like a bedroom to the left.
Go through to the closet because that's what they had mentioned before.
Yeah, there's a character coming out of the closet wearing a sort of not well kept, but like uh, a nicer set of robes. The hands, he's he's like wiping his hands off, and you can see he's kind of discarding some sort of I guess there's a rag in his hand as he looks up and gives you a nod and steps out the way. Steps over to him.
I just stop him for a moment. Are you the only person who's been with the body?
He's a little confused. He looks around at Markham, and Markham gives him a nod. I'm the town coroner slash doctor slash fixer upper. They called me in to see if I could determine what's happened. I don't think anyone else has been in here since then, Markham. Just the two of us. This is like a older, very like worn and experienced man with the red beard, short, kept close to the chin. Kind of is hunched over from probably years of being hunched over.
Since I'm like right beside him at this point, and as he's talking and they're doing this, I'm just gonna kind of like take a deep breath in through my nose to try and get a sense of his scent.
The coroner scent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch this very unique note of tobacco, fresh tobacco, and dried, almost like this irony scent, and like dried blood, as you would know.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the body, is there anything out of place, like broken doors or windows, or
Make an investigation check.
not a detective? Oh, that was close. Almost gave you super advantage. Sorry.
What is super advantage? You roll four dice and take the best total.
Well, let's find out.
Wow.
Yeah, so?
You rolled worse with super advantage?
Yeah. Do I like barely notice the body?
No. You definitely see a pinned corpse to the back of a closet. You look around to try and see if you can identify anything, and I mean the house is overall in pretty decent shape. Nothing seems out of place. Nothing seems irregular. Nothing besides Maeve kind of like you see like stepping close to this older gentleman and just like I don't know, like, inhaling kind of his essence, like, and you can see she like is like looking around and taking in like key each figure in the room, like taking a moment and kind of like sizing up each one, and if anything she's distracting you. You're trying to figure out what she's doing more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And as that's the case, I'm gonna, as the good doctor is leaving. Is he leaving at this point after?
Just stepping out of the way, yeah.
Question. Okay.
Yeah.
The rag that he discarded, is it in a place where I can pick it up?
Yeah, he tosses it kind of in the corner of the closet.
Cool. I'm gonna pick it up and then I'm gonna approach the body. Can I tell, like, just in case there's anything that was missed, or maybe anything that they're maybe unfamiliar with and is strange, like, I'm definitely gonna try and scent the body, especially the like hilt of the sword, that's short sword that's pinning him to the wall.
Okay.
And I want to see if like there's any other, not signs of struggle, but just like if there's any other signs that anything was done with him either before or after.
Okay. Make a Make a perception check. Okay, not bad. You pick up the rag from the bottom right, and you can see it does have some small like splotches of blood on it. You look up at this character pinned to the wall, and it's a well groomed, probably 40s, later 40s man. In he's wearing a informal sort of like house gown almost. You definitely can see that the blade that is piercing him. The hilt it's nicer than your average sort of short sword, or it's just a little more detailed and ornate than most like guards or anything like that carry around. As you were looking around, it's you get the sense, you catch the sense of strong chemical agents. It's tough to tell what. It's definitely something you're not familiar with per se. And you notice that there's some bruising around this figure's neck area.
Okay, I'd like to pay particular attention to the neck and the hilt to see if there is a like a lingering matching scent.
Which scent do you want to track down?
One that doesn't have the tobacco trace. Yeah.
Okay. As you were trying to identify, because you grew up in an area where you can't rely on your sense of sight mostly, so you're trying to piece together some of these more foreign smells.
Everything out here is so damn bright.
Yeah, the chemical agent, as you are kind of like working your way down, and you are inspecting the hilts, hoping that there's a connection there. You actually find that this Jacob character, his hands are giving off this strong scent. The hilt doesn't give you really any indication. Nothing unique or identifying about the hilt.
What about Jacob's neck, where the bruising is?
Yeah. With the 12, you notice the bruising, but you're having struggle. That chemical smell is kind of filling your nostrils, and it's interrupting your ability to find any other sort of sense around. There's been a murder in Savannah.
Yeah, I just kind of turned to everyone else, and was Jacob an arcane user?
Sheriff almost laughs, but manages to kind of catch himself. No, I can't imagine he would be working as the overseer of the council's house, if he had any sort of arcane ability.
Was he known to tinker much?
He kind of looks around at the space, and not that we're aware. All he spent most of his time, probably a majority of his day, at the council the council house, cleaning, cooking. Um,
And the chemical smell, did it smell like cleaning chemicals, like cleaning agents?
is May familiar with cleaning agents?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's just a strong chemical smell to you.
Okay.
What about like embalming?
Odaxi, you sniffing around too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you actually have a strong sniffer, like it's part of the Loxodon traits.
Yeah. Would I know if they were like embalming chemicals or anything like that?
You would know, assuming Maeve pointed this out to you and was filling you guys all in. You would recognize it smells like cleaning agents. You grew up in a nicer house and would understand, like, yeah, it's like
That's Lysol right there.
basically, yeah, whatever D&D Lysol is.
Lye and
Probably vinegar
and
and
fat.
some sort of like
Right.
pine.
Anything else you guys want to do at the house?
Not I.
Markham kind of gestures over at the three of you. We'd like to bury poor Jacob here, if you guys are quite done.
Can I tell? I mean, I'm sure the doctor can tell, but can I like confirm that his estimate on the time of death is fairly accurate?
Yeah. Are you proficient in medicine? No, but you have advantage.
Advantage for some reason.
I am, I think. Yeah, I'm proficient.
Where does that come from?
If you click on it, it'll tell you. Without revealing too much about your character. Do you see it at the top?
Not in my current state.
Yeah, right. But Adaxi is, and he kind of looks over your shoulder, and while you're filling him in, and Adaxi, make a medicine check. I'll say with advantage, since you have a doctor in the house and Mabes. Yeah. Looking at the sort of the pooling of the blood, you can tell even some of it starting to almost freeze over, despite being indoors. Like the chill of Icewind Dale. Yeah, you get the sense that this guy's been dead for at least 24 hours, if not more. Mm. All right. Anything else?
Nothing more from me.
Davos, any other Scooby-Doo-esque
No,
observations you want to make?
Is the doctor, is he wearing a mask? Is he red herring? No.
Yeah. All right. With that, the doctor and Matt and Markham kind of give you all a nod, and he looks over and says, "I can have one of the guards escort you back to the council chamber if you'd like." He's going. While you guys decide wherever you want to go, he's going to kind of motion, and two of the guards are going to come and remove poor Jacob from the back of his house. DeQuinn, Leopold, what are you up to?
Leopold, if you run, I'll chop off your legs.
Got it. Running to a minimum.
DeQuinn's just kind of storming down the main street to the north, I assume.
Yeah.
There's not many people out, so you don't have to plow through anyone. A light snowfall has started.
I just want a good fire and some food and sit in a corner and brew.
You can see in the distance still all the wall all lit up, and people moving to and from. As you get closer to the north gate, you can see that it is in fact shut in the distance.
Because it's pretty late in the evening, yeah?
It's pretty late in the evening, and there's been like the rousing of the rousing of the guard from this midnight tussle near the council chamber.
I would like to head
Into
the...
the north block.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So you're back in the north look. You see a tavern. Pretty busy probably at this time of night. There are a couple guards in there. One of which is talking to the human who runs the tavern, Scramsax. In the back as well, you see the familiar mounted knucklehead trout, sitting above the hearth, yeah, in the common room.
Mm. Leopold, you grab me some food and some drinks. I'm just need to sort something out first.
Absolutely, Frank.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna go sit down at the table. I really couldn't give two hoots if he runs away.
Just you see this massive minotaur creature walk up to like one of the tables in the back, and almost all of them are full. But as he starts to approach the back, you see like a small like halfling character like doing the quick math and looking around, and he like grabs his like drink and then like gets up and like scurries over to another table. Quinn just kind of plops down in the back there. I just picture you facing like the corner, so your back is like to the room, and
Pretty
you just
much, yeah.
kind of just sulking over.
Just thinking, which hurts.
What's it gonna be, Leopold? Stab him in the back?
No, he's gonna go up and order some food for him.
Scramsax kind of, for a moment, you see him kind of look back and look you over, and then very quickly go, "All are welcome here, I suppose. What can I get for you?"
Well, whatever you assume that creature in the back eats, I would like to order too.
And he kind of looks over and sees the hunched over DeQuinn. Oh, I believe he ordered 2 of everything last time he was in here. We've got some trout meatballs coming off fresh out of the stew. I'll send 2 over. Something to drink?
Yes, perhaps a pick-me-up. He seems a little down in the dumps. I think his friend just died.
All right. Too much of that going on around these parts. Sure, I've got just the thing. And he kind of reaches over and reaches under and pulls a bottle out of small green, almost just like a perfume bottle, and he takes two small shot glasses and sets them down and pours a shot into each. This oughta, well, either perk him up or at least null the pain a little.
Well, either works.
Leopold, this smells like kerosene. It is absolutely vile smelling, and kind of, as you're holding the shot glasses, they're warm, almost like it burns.
Thank you, sir. Put it on the big man's tab.
I'll square up with you. Square up with you when you're ready to leave.
Absolutely.
He kind of goes back and starts discussing with the guards, and guards are kind of scanning the room. As soon as they see Leopold come up, they like naturally like kind of hyper focus on him some, and then continue to ask around and showing him this piece of paper in his hand.
He's going to be
What
slightly interested in the paper, but scurry off.
Make a quick perception check. Oh, where is it? What do I have open? Damn. Okay. You catch a quick flash as the human running the bar kind of turns back to talk to the guard, and the guard is showing him this piece of paper, and you notice right away, even quickly, that it's a kind of a very quick sketch of the armored woman you met today, who all but disappeared into the night after your fight with that sort of undead creature. There's actually two figures on there. One of her and one of a male that you've never seen before.
Okay, cool. I think he's gonna go and set both the drinks in front of the big Minotaur friend.
Oh, you're back. I thought
I
you would have run
am.
away.
I've been considering it.
I
But first
mean-
I got you some drinks.
I do appreciate the alcohol, but thinking of heading north after this, so I would like to keep a clear head.
Of course.
Oh. You know what? One wouldn't hurt. I'll just down one of them.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
One? Whew. Some strong stuff. Yikes.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is warm to the touch when you pick it up, and as you throw it down, it's almost eerie how like slippery it is. It's almost slimy. You don't even really have to swallow, which is makes you almost gag. And then a moment goes by, and this slow heat starts to build in your mouth and in the back of your throat and in your stomach. And it just kind of increases more and more, like as time goes.
Dang, that's some good stuff.
And I mean, you can't do a shot without a chaser. He's gonna nudge the other shot close to him.
I mean, maybe later. You trying to get me intoxicated? I said you could run free. It doesn't bother me, but where would you go? Back to your hole?
No, it's quite cramped down there.
I could imagine. Say, I've never really seen anything like you before. Now, there are a lot of
Likewise,
you.
my good friend.
Well, I'm quite used to it. How long have you been out of the hole for?
For a little bit, I'm on my world debut, you see. I've been traveling here and there, performing.
Where have you visited? I think Bryn Shander is one of the largest of the 10 towns.
I've mostly been traveling around small towns. The closer you get to the big ones, the less they like you because you lived in a hole.
Is that how you got caught by, what's her name? I can't remember. The squeaky one.
It sure was, my good fellow. You crawl out of a hole and then everybody's on ya.
I mean, I'm quite lucky. Well, I don't know if it's lucky. You know, Davos, you probably don't know who he is. The one that spoke up for you about getting you out of the cage.
Ah, yes. The one who helped me not be executed.
Yes, that one. He's actually going for Speaker in Goodmead. You should vote for him, or maybe write a tune. Actually, speaking of that, I've actually made a tune for him to sing with a bard back at Goodmead. Anyway, that's off the topic.
No.
Memo to self. Add that note back in.
Yeah.
Because that was clearly not going anywhere.
But, I don't know. The relationship between Davos and I lately has been different.
Oh, how so? Is it because of your weird friend with the glowy eyes?
Well, I have no idea why I'm telling you this, but you'll probably be gone in the morning, so could it hurt? Davis and I I don't really know if we're friends or not, but we've been traveling for years now, and it was just me and him. But as of late, we've been adding more and more people who we venture with, and him wanted to get more popular and become speaker and big note. It's just not me. I don't know, but like, I'm in service to him, I have to protect him, but does that mean I have to protect others as well? I am struggling right now with what I have to do with it. I thought that now we're traveling with different people that I would have to protect them. Now I've lost. You don't understand, but I really couldn't give two hoots about Carrow, but it's what's in her that I care most about. Now that's gone. And that's all
Well, my
because I
friend,
thought,
there's nothing more important than doing what you love. So if it's not something you love, then you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, take me for example. My father wanted me to stay down in the dungeons with all the little creepy crawlies and the gross things, but I said, no, Papa. I'm going out and I'm going to be the next big thing.
what exactly do you do?
Performative magic. It's like magic, but there's none really there.
That what? It's there, but it's not there. What?
Exactly. It's magic, but there's no magic.
This is confusing.
Here, I'll show you a card trick. He's gonna begin shuffling his cards.
Yep. Okay.
Alright now, lad. Just pick any card that you wish. And do not show it to me.
Well, I would like to divide vertically, please. I'll just pick the card in the middle.
Perfect. Now, memorize the card.
Okay. I'll give it back.
He's gonna do some fancy flourishing shuffles. And he's gonna pick up one of the cards and be like, was this your card?
Was it his card?
Make a make a performance check. DeQuinn, I don't know that. I don't think you've probably ever seen a deck of cards. So you look at this piece of paper with a bunch of colors and numbers on it. You rolled a 15, so you at least know conceptually, I think, what's going on here. But then you watch this flourish as like Leopold spreads the cards out in his hand and then pushes one card up and then pulls it back down, and then all the cards follow in and on itself. And it's almost like he's it's like when you wield a battle axe, like you've got such great precision, or your halberd, you've got such great precision, except his is quick flourishes with the hand, and it almost seems like the cards are his hand, and then he flips back, and he's showing you the same card that you selected, yeah. But you lost in the motion of it all.
I mean, I think it was a good trick. I didn't really see what happened, but that's amazing, Leopold. Congratulations.
Ah, thank you, and he's going to bow.
I mean, I got a few tricks myself. Have you seen my drum?
Oh,
I have not.
gross.
He pulls out this little cooking pot, and then like there's a bit of skin, and he just tightens the skin over it.
Just see him stretch this used skin over a cooking pot.
Ah, well, that's quite the drum you have there.
Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like playing it right now. And I'll just like put it back.
Oh, come on, you can't pull a drum out like that and not use it.
But I can. Because, like you said, I do what I love, and I love to annoy people.
Touché. I mean, as long as it cheers you up, fella. I mean, you did pull me out of that tiny, meek little cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Jeffers asked me to. Not of my own volition.
Do you ever do things on your own?
Yeah, not for a while. I mean, sometimes I do, and then I get reprimanded for it.
Oh, what kind of a life is that?
Exactly. It's just, I don't know where I stand. But I gotta play the part, right? I'm the big hulking beast that chops things in half, so that's what I do, it's what I do best.
Well, I mean, maybe you could be a musician.
I have been known to wrote a poetry one or two, but I never said that aloud.
Or maybe you need to stand in your own place. Not behind or in front of anyone.
I never stand behind. I'm always in front.
About this time, probably maybe before you pulled out the skin-covered drum, your knucklehead meatballs would come, sitting in a pot of stew. The stew looks a little watered down, but the meatballs are good. Almost like this crab cake, like fish rolled up and hard fried, and then like soaked in this fish stew, basically. Some small veggies here and there. Mostly some sort of green.
As long as it's hot and warm, I shall eat it.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sure how much you care, but they have little pictures of your glowy-eyed friend up there. With the guards.
Glowy-eyed friend.
Ah, yes, the one that disappeared, and some other lad I don't know.
Oh, you mean Carrow?
I believe so.
Hmm. From what I understand, she's long gone now. It's good that they're looking for it. Or her. I don't know what it is anymore. I'll let Melander know. And since you told me that, I think it's in your best interest to, if you want to continue your world tour, perhaps you go with us to go back to Kao Kong. I think that's the name of it. Where your hole is. I think we
Right.
were tasked by Markham, to go there to clear your name. But maybe you can talk to Davos, because, well, he's looking to spread his name far and wide. Like I said, he's going for the Speaker of Goodmead. If you maybe talk to Davos, he might want you to travel with him and, well, do some of your fancy magic card tricks to entertain the people for him in his name.
That is not a bad idea. I am trying to get famous. I'm going to be the best performative magician the world has ever seen.
Well, I think your goals kinda align with Davos's then, in a different way.
No, that sounds exactly like Davos's goals in some way, shape, or form.
Who knows?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, who knows? Maybe even if he has you to travel with, you might not need me.
It could free you up a spot to start your poetry.
That's a secret. Remember, Leopold?
Absolutely, good fellow. My lips are sealed.
Good. Otherwise, you'd have one bung knee.
Oh, and I do need both of them.
Davos, Maeve, and Odaxi. You would be leaving Jacobs. You could return to the council room, or the direction that DeQuinn stumbled off in.
I'd want to go find DeQuinn and even suggest it to the group and say he gets a little irrational when he's emotional. I think we should go find him.
Gotta go pick a fight.
He may.
Yeah, we should go find him then.
As soon as you guys return back to the center, you take a right and head back north up the main road from the north gate. Every now and then, you see Davos kind of like stop and kind of listen in the distance, and hearing no commotion or bloodshed or screaming, continue towards the inn, and then inside you guys can see a very hunched over. You probably don't even see Leopold behind DeQuinn's massive form in the back right portion of the north look. And as you come in, too, Scrimshaw would see you, Davos and Adaxi especially, and just kind of like point you guys back to the back. As you start to head past, he'll kind of gesture to you, Maeve, and hand out a massive pitcher of ale, and give you kind of a nod.
I'll grab it and nod back.
If you're hungry, let me know.
Will do.
As you guys walk back, you do finally see the figure of Leopold in the back of the inn. There's an empty shot and a full shot of mystery liquid Leopold, I imagine maybe shuffling or fiddling with your cards. I don't know. Is that something you might do?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, kind of like you see. The real magic here is I'm not 100% sure where Leopold got cards or where they were stashed the entire time because technically he was a prisoner. But I also like to think he's probably quite used to hiding cards somewhere on his person. And and so yeah, he's kind of like uh, folding and shuffling, even with one hand, very dexterously manipulating these cards in the back. And Hop probably now empty. At least one bowl, I'm sure, would be devoured of knucklehead meatball meatball stew is two empty bowls in front of both Leopold and DeQuinn.
Yeah, I'm pull up a chair and put my hand on DeQuinn's back and say, "Hey, big fella, we're drinking, huh?"
Just one. But we're heading north, yeah?
I walk up, I sit myself so that my back is to the wall, and I put the tankard down, kind of right in the middle of the table.
Davos, you notice when DeQuinn opens his mouth, like this puff of steam comes out. DeQuinn talking has helped you a lot, but you notice if you keep your mouth closed for an extended duration of time, your tongue starts to really burn.
Why do you think I've been talking so much?
Yeah, well, that's quite a beverage or meal.
Would you like to try?
Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad.
You
Am
can
I
take.
trying your food or this drink?
Whatever you want. But the bowl's
Yeah.
empty, so I think the drink's there.
Drink. I'm into the drink. All right. I'll have your fire demon shot.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, as that sort of same slimy liquid, like just almost shoots itself down the back of your throat, and it throws you off guard. You're almost not even ready. Like you're almost still like breathing, and the shot hits the back of your throat, and next thing you know, it's like already in your stomach. You also feel at first nothing. The shot itself tastes like almost like oil. Like you're taking just a straight shot of cheap cooking oil or something like that. But as you kind of like pucker your tongue against the roof of your mouth, you can feel a slight stinging start to slowly increase over and over. It's more hot than anything, and it doesn't taste quite like any booze you've ever had before.
This is not the best drink we've ever had. North, right? Is that what you want to do?
I mean, it's not up to me.
I'm kind of reeling here. I'm kind of feeling like I'm tired of making decisions. I think things were easier when you and I were just rolling around doing our own thing. But that's not where we're at anymore. So I don't know. I need your input.
Like look down at the table, blow some of the smoke out of his mouth. You and I both know I'm not the brains of the operation, and my feelings get the better of me, and you have been told me before that I should talk it out instead of flipping tables, hearsay.
I mean, I flipped a chair. It felt pretty good.
Be honest, Davos, you flipped the chair because that's all you could flip over.
both of those things could still be true.
To be honest, I don't know what to do. If we travel north now, it'll get cold and nighttime will fall on us before anything, and we could freeze to death. But if we wait till the morning, we will lose track.
I mean, they stabbed. They I don't know. I want to go get them too, and I think that we'll find them again. I mean, we found them here, right? They're not a super shadowy organization. They're a trading company.
We did not find them, Davos. They found us, and they took one out. There's a big difference. It's not easy to protect everyone. It's foolish to travel at night. We know that. Maybe I should just go alone.
No, that's not it. We should go together. We'll leave in the morning, and if the rest of these guys want to come with us, that they can. But I think everyone has to make that choice for themselves, including you.
You and I both know I can't leave.
If you could, would you leave in the morning? If you really had the choice to go off on your own? I know you're not a people person, but I kind of miss her too. You remember how she was always saying stuff like, "No, you can't do that. I need tea."
Or how she'd just not say anything and just glare at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Uh-huh.
But I don't really miss Carrow. It's, well, just like how Gruff is with you. It's because of Pop. You know, what I did with everyone at that time was something special to me, and I thought that it would be something special with everyone, but she just proved that reckless behavior equals into reckless results, and now I lost Pop.
Then we should go after her. Let's leave in the morning.
Is that flagon of ale still in the middle?
As far as I know.
I assume so. I assume Odaxi, Leopold, and Maeve have poured themselves a glass, watching while you two have this discussion. So there's probably another good. Yeah, there's probably good enough for a glass for each person per pitcher.
I think the Queen will just end up. I'll see you all in the morning then. And head to the barkeep. Can you get rooms here or no?
You could definitely get a room at Northlook. Yeah. You could also stay at the morning, the House of the Morning Lord. That's where you've crashed before.
I think I would want to stay near the North Gate to leave as soon as possible.
Sure. Scrimshaw will gladly give you a room. I think, room probably runs about 1 silver piece a night. Maybe
and I'll
even
pay for the bill as well.
He gives you a courteous nod, and so 2 silver ought to cover the drinks for the night.
I can count to 2.
Don't be so down. People go missing. People turn up all the time around here.
He'll just sigh again. Yeah. That's what we're trying to stop.
I
Head to his room.
Daxi, Maeve, Leopold.
We're with Dequin. Or I am, rather.
You gonna go grab a room as well?
Yeah.
What's to the north exactly?
I assume you're asking Davos and not me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The trading company and hopefully Carrow. You guys don't owe us anything. You don't have to come with us.
Maybe I'll find more answers there than I have here.
The more places I travel, the more fame I can acquire.
I'm starting to think fame's overrated. All right. I'm going to go to bed too.
Davos gets up and go to bed. It's the hunter and the hunted. Sharing a brew.
Sorry about that.
You mean the whole cage fiasco?
Yeah, I didn't realize there would be a cage involved.
You know, I didn't either. The people upstairs are just so rude. Down in the pits, you know, they just throw you in a deeper pit.
I mean, I'm not exactly familiar with either, but I got told to, well, it's been a lot of strange travel between the two, and I got told to pick up anyone that seemed suspicious, and, well,
Understandable, my dear. Think nothing of it. My performances can dazzle. I can see how you'd be confused.
And
you
as
do catch the eye.
you've been stalking Leopold for a while, so you've seen a bit of his performances. Some nights they're fantastic, and and you leave yourself wondering like how this strange little man comes out of a cave and is able to wow a crowd. You've also seen a few I don't know if I'd say blunders perhaps, but there have been like loss of limb at some of Leopold's magical performances as well. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
I like the one where you made that guy's thumb disappear.
Oh, you know, that one was also a favorite of mine. You didn't happen to see the one where I sawed the lady in half, did you?
I stepped out for that one.
Oh, good, good. Well, I mean, not good. You missed out on quite the show, but it's good that you didn't see it. It just means you can see it in the future.
Was it like the guy with the thumb?
Oh, kind of. But more fantastical. It was a very short show.
Yeah. Unless you were able to magically put her two halves back together, I don't think you can successfully call that a show.
I mean, there was a lot of cheering. Did sound a little like screaming, though.
Somewhere there's a rumor of a woman cut in half and put back together, but backwards. So when she runs, it looks like she's running her back towards you, but
Maybe make me part of the next act.
Just taking a deep swallow of my drink, finishing it.
He's gonna give her a hearty pat on the back, be like, anyway, we best be off to bed.
Anyway, on that light note about the woman I sawed in half, let's get some rest. Yeah, you guys find the North looks a pretty large tavern. Being the main tavern in all of Bryn Shander, so there's plenty of rooms. If anyone wants to stay the night, it's probably I would say it's like a silver piece per person. It's for Davos, DeQuinn, and Odaxi. I mean, you guys did a shit ton of walking today, so it's been a long day. So you are exhausted. Unless there's anything you want to accomplish, most of you probably pass out immediately. Leopold, it's nice to be able to lay down again, and this world above the surface is bright but full of some of the same flaws that you've seen kind of below, and at the very least, this bed is comfortable, maybe actually too soft than what you're used to sleeping on, but it's like I said, it's not a cage, which is a big turn of events. And Maeve, I don't know if you've ever really stayed in a tavern. Probably not a handful of times.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's eerie and a little uncomfortable, and you can catch all the sounds that are happening around you out the window. You hear the scuffle of guards go by, and you're still kind of on edge. But
is there a stable or some sort of that sort of situation?
There is not one near where you're at. But you probably got the lay of Bryn Shander before dinner today, so you would know that there is a stable to the southern part of Bryn Shander.
No, that's all right. I'll just
take some blankets. Just take blankets off the top of the bed and like kind of put them on the floor and fluff them up a little bit and
100%.
and kind of nuzzle into the floor and get comfortable there. Yeah, you guys find some rest, and it's uneasy for some of you, but it's rest, and it's what you need it to continue on throughout the day. Morning starts to peek through the windows. You can hear kind of the hustle and bustle of the town start to, this time not guards, but like the people that live there start to get about with their day. Many whispering about what happened the night before. Depending on who comes down first, you guys all would come down to find a table at the bottom of the North Look Tavern. Sitting there would be both the speaker, Markham, the sheriff, and a well armored, tired and but stoic looking paladin, Melandra, sitting there and discussing and talking. I don't know if there's anything you guys wanted to accomplish that night. Feel free to let me know, or if you're all just gonna kind of wander down in the morning.
I mean, other than Maeve's usual just stretching and little things, especially in the morning, because
Checking all your equipment.
checking all my equipment, and also this ground, like, it was just too flat. There weren't any like divots or bumps or rocks. It was just so weird. So I just need to like stretch to make my body feel right again.
DeQuinn will just sleep through the night and settle down.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have any routine.
A taxi.
No, nothing.
Nothing going on. Leopold?
Leopold will probably try and pretty himself up a little bit since he got a bit manhandled.
Yeah, you can go find. There's like a. There's definitely probably a washroom, like a general washroom for people staying there that you can go in and have some cleanish water to like clean up and dapper up a little bit. As you come down, yeah, like I said, you see the three of them. They're kind of there, talking, looking at each other. Scrimshaw, the human, he's in the back. Is that his actual name? It's an odd
It is
name.
now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm Scrimshaw.
Scramsacks. Wow, I was waiting. Scrimshaw is the bone. I knew that didn't sound right. Scrimshaw is the bone that comes from the knucklehead trout.
Hopperknocker.
God, don't bring him back up. Scramsacks, the human, is behind the bar, and occasionally like taking out some morning some seared like fish and sending it to the table. As you guys start to come down, they each greet you in the morning, and you can see they've got kind of laid out before them a modified like map of Bryn Shander. As you come down, you can see they're in mid-conversation here, pointing to different pieces on the map. Markham goes, and it's likely that they continued their trade route north to Targos. But given the weather and the chill in the night, I would be surprised if they even made it that far. I would have to assume that they would have stopped and made camp somewhere along the way. The nighttime, only a fool would travel. Oh, good morning, all. Come, sit down. And they kind of gesture you to the table. They've pushed a couple tables together.
Dickon will sit back and just glare at Davos.
I'd say no. We're going north.
North to Targos or to somewhere else?
It sounds like we'll go to Targos first.
Well, it's entirely your choice. We've had no sightings of Carrow or whatever is controlling her at this moment. There were rumors that a couple people saw the sleds of the trading company head to the north, but we've sent out notification to all the speakers in each of the towns that if they see or deal with Torrga's group, they are to immediately notify us and take hold of them for questioning for crimes committed against the council in Bryn Shander. So if they want to continue to do business in this part of the land, they'll have to turn up sooner than later.
Yeah, forgive me. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in your ability to handle this, so we're gonna go find them.
All right. Well, clearly we can't stop you. If you find yourself out and about and without any indication of where they are, our offer still stands to investigate some of the other mishaps that each of the other speakers are reporting. We'd be happy to, reward you for your help. I understand, though. This is was a very unfortunate incident that happened last night, and we'll do whatever we can to help support you in finding this Carrow and whoever or whatever attacked you.
Well, technically, Davos is going to be the future speaker of Goodmead, so you should be giving him the information anyway.
Of course.
Of course.
And Devessa kind of steps in. Be that as it may, yes, as soon as we hear something, regardless of whether you're speaker or not, we'll be sure to inform you. We've instated Melanger here as a guard captain in Bryn Shander, and I'm sure she has no misconceptions about misleading you or not informing you of what happens with our investigation into the matter.
Well, it's good news. But we require fast transport towards Targos if they are indeed on their way to that side. Could you provide a sled of some sort with, I don't know what travels in the snow, some walruses or oxes? I've seen polar bears pull some sleds. Do you have 10 polar bears that could pull us to Targos?
We do not have 10. We do not have any polar bears. We do have dog sleds. We'd be happy to provide you. I don't know that we have enough for all 5 of you, but if there are those of you who are not as used to moving through the snow, then it would definitely speed up your travel.
I mean, I've seen this Woolworths run, he's pretty quick. But yes, if we could get some sort of sled of some sort with, or cart that is getting pulled by animals, that'd be most sufficient. And also, with the information that you are providing with us, can you give me any information in regards to a red yeti that has been found around these areas?
Markham kind of laughs and shakes his head. I'm to believe that this red yeti is a complete myth. But should you find him, I'm sure his pelt would catch a very nice nice gold around here.
It would look really great around my neck.
Of course, yes. And he seems kind of oddly. He kind of cringes at that a little bit, but tries to quickly hide his confusion.
Would I know if I've come across any red yeti signs in the wilderness?
You become my best friend if you do.
Oh God. Here we go. Let's see. God, would you? Let me see. Let me let me do a little reading about the old red yeti here and see. In the meantime, Melander kind of looks over at you all, and especially you, DeQuinn, and Davos, and Odaxi, and says, if you find her, you can't injure her. You must find some way to subdue her and bring her back. And we'll figure out whatever that creature has done to her.
Davos nods.
If you find this Torrga, give her the justice she deserves. I leave that to you to determine. I'll have to look. Yeah, I'll have to look into the Red Yeti thing. I'm not sure. I have to look in to see like where it actually kind of manifests itself. If it's above ground or below ground, if it's even a real thing. So I'll have to dig into that a little bit. I'm not sure at a glance.
If I mention it enough, does it become real?
I think so. I think if you manifest your belief enough, yeah, it'll happen.
Like a red Gyarados.
Yes, if you hatch enough baby Yetis, you will eventually get a red one, and it'll grow into a red Yeti. Melander kind of points to the map, and Devessa, she speaks up and says, "This is the path that the Torgas is known to have taken. Like Markham mentioned, I don't believe that they could have made it all the way to Targos in the bitter cold of last night. Targos is not far, but that sort of travel is very dangerous. So we suspect," and she kind of points off to the side of the main road. "We suspect that they probably made camp somewhere along here. Perhaps if you can find the camp, you can find some indication of what direction they've gone in." And then she kind of points over to the east to Caer Konig, and she says, "This is where we last had reports of." She kind of looks over at Leopold. Some trouble in the town over to the east. If you find yourself in that direction, we'd appreciate it if you would speak to the speaker there and see if you can get any sort of indication of why the Grey Dwarves have found an interest in that city particularly. Goes, but finding Torrga and her band of criminals is definitely the primary focus right now.
That it is. I can rest you assure you that we will hunt this band down until I get Sephek's head onto a spike and parade it around town to Bryn Shander.
Oh, yes. Well, also, you could bring them alive. That is an option. And then as she says it, like, she kind of looks at DeQuinn and like, starts to roll her eyes and, like, knowing full and damn well that's probably not an option. I've had the... the cooks at the council house prepare some meats for you, and she kind of brings you guys all these wrapped sort of packages, like tied up. It's about like a day's ration, so if you want to add it to like each of your inventories, of some like dried meats and nuts and berries and things like that. So it's like I said, 1 day's ration, so you can add that. And she looks up at you and says, I am sorry that things ended the way they did last night, and I promise you that I didn't mean that at all. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. And I hope your friend is okay."
It's alright. You'll just get better, right?
We're gonna put things into place to make sure this doesn't happen again. Markham walks out, and for a moment, like, Melandra starts to follow, and she kind of turns and looks back at you both and looks back at the whole group and gives you guys all a nod, and if you need anything, you know where to find me. And she kind of turns and follows Markham out of the front.
Before they leave, can I ask them for my stuff back?
Yes.
From being imprisoned?
Devessa will reach under the table and plop a sack onto the table, and kind of look.
Adorable tiny,
What's that?
adorable tiny sack.
Yeah, it's super totes cute. It's actually kind of I would imagine probably like a very posh sack, like a very overly not decorated per se, but overly made, very stylish probably. And you guys can hear the the jingle of just what sounds like probably a ton of different contraptions and things like that as she sets it on the table, kind of grunting as she tries to pick it up. So yeah, you have back on your persons all of your starter equipment that you didn't manage to smuggle and hide into different places.
Lovely.
Well, and she kind of looks at you. She hands it over. I apologize for the misunderstanding, and I appreciate any help that you can provide the town and those around it.
Yes, help. I'm very helpful. Your hospitality will be noted.
She kind of like forces a smile and like hands over the bag. Well, we hope to hear from you all soon. And she gives you all a nod and heads out of the North Look.
Oh, do we get a cart?
What?
She will bring around a sled pulled by two dogs, two husky dogs. You guys can use it to put stuff on to kind of lighten your load so that you can travel easier.
Nice.
Is there anything you guys want to do before you head out?
No, I'm ready.
I think time is of the essence, really.
Ready to rock. Carrow would say it's hammer time.
Arthur, she glares at you for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, so as you guys head out the north gates and follow this unnamed road to the north to Targos, who is leading this sort of hunting party here?
I guess I would be somewhere up there and hopefully with the Quinn.
Every boys at the front, right? Oh, I guess I can.
Then away we go.
Yeah.
Well, whoever is going to kind of helm this sort of search, make a survival check, and if I'll let two people do it, or you could do one person with advantage.
I have little to offer here, so I would love to help DeQuinn survive.
So I've got some to offer.
I would love to help anyone.
I could help.
survive.
I could give him
Mate.
guidance.
Okay.
Exactly, cast guidance.
I mean, is Mabel like going at the front and doing this herself?
I mean, I can. I'm fairly good at it and proficient in.
It's up to what Mabel want to do. If she knows that's what we're tracking, and
Well, that's the thing. Have you told me what you're tracking?
we had the whole discussion in the morning that Torgos is where.
Yeah, so you would know, based on the discussion, that there's a party of about 4 or 5 humanoid figures. They always have 3 sleds pulled by like 6 dogs. That's like that's what they're known for. And they have usually it's draped with I can pull up the
Wolf paw pendant as well, I think.
Yeah, it's got a very specific symbol. Let me see where it is. There's always a flag. It bears the company's emblem, which is a gold wolf paw on a black field. They're known
Something that would stand out from the snow.
right, and they're tradesmen, so they carry all sorts of different wood, oil, blankets, whatever. And
they're
they travel from town to town, right?
Okay.
So, do you want to roll and have DeQuinn roll, or do you guys want to give one or the other advantage?
I would give her advantage as I see what she's doing because I don't know.
Yeah. So you can roll survival with advantage. DeQuinn, as you kind of explaining to to Maeve what Torrga's caravan, which you guys haven't actually seen, but you've heard been explained to you, and you guys have seen kind of the travel route, and you were helping look at the map and isolate areas where possible camps could have been pulled off and taken.
And be careful of the Sephek character of what he looks like.
Jesus. Rolling shit today.
As you guys follow the road, the light flurries the night before are making it a little bit difficult to determine.
There's not many super fresh tracks.
Right. Which is actually kind of nice because had there been like a full day's travel, it would be difficult to identify the tracks. But you do see kind of off the main road, kind of peels away. There are these large divots in the snow, like something being pulled. About an hour into your journey, you can see this off this embank off to the right. So yeah, there's these 3 or 4 like large kind of streaks into the snow. It's probably a good like 6 inches or so depressed from the snow around it.
6 inches, yeah, I'm gonna point that out.
Quite observant.
Yeah, so
It's an off day for me.
An off day, I would love to see you on a good day.
So would I.
This path does take off the normal road. I could actually pull up. If I pull up a handout, do you guys all see it actually? Let me pull this up.
If you click show everyone, we will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Should be on the top right hand. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so if I click show to players, it shows it on your screen right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it just showed it like so you could find it wherever you want.
No, it pops it up on our screen.
Oh, well, this is cool. So yeah. Oh, Jesus. Well, so in between Targos and Bryn Shander, you get about halfway through your path, which I think is like a 4-hour trip or so. No, it's not even. It's a 2-hour trip. So yeah, I was right. So about an hour into it, you do see off towards the right the split of forking off of these very depressed tracks. Fairly obvious disruption in like kind of the normal snow around.
I'd want to follow them.
Okay. As you come around and follow them for a bit, you start to see in the distance.
To the track, sorry. So they go to the right.
Mhm.
So are they starting to climb more towards like that lake and tourmaline?
Yes, so kind of almost like as if you were to like cut through, like if
Yeah.
you want to completely avoid Targos and go straight to Tourmaline, like this would almost be a direct shot to do that.
Okay. Gotcha.
So following these tracks for another, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes, you start to come over a bit of a hill, and looking down, you see in the distance these sort of like white dots, kind of speckled, almost like little miniature hills in like the plains kind of below you, probably about, I don't know, 100 yards off, 200 yards off into the distance. Do you guys want to do? Continue to move towards them?
I mean,
what was it in the distance? The
They're
audio
these
cut
little
out for a second.
they're these little like white almost look like pimples in the landscape. They blend in because everything's fucking white in the Icewind Dales. But you can kind of see that their shape does stick out of the terrain a little bit.
Are they like tents?
It's you could make a perception check from this distance. They don't look like actual jagged shapes. They look very round. It's hard to tell from where you're at.
I mean, I guess I'd take note of them and still want to continue going that way, unless Maeve knows anything about prairie pimples.
I mean, is it abnormal?
You two having traveled, you haven't seen many of these types of things. And to be clear, the tracks are heading in this direction. So these are not like off to the side. Like this is like if you're following the tracks, like you are kind of going to this direction.
They'd be like burrows, like something hiding in the snow.
They could be, yeah.
Ambush.
Shall we try and sneak around behind them and have a look? Or send a diversion through the middle?
So, I would really hope. I want to know what the diversion is and who is going, because that sounds like the best plan to me.
You gave us wolves in a cart, right?
I did. You do. You are pulling a cart with two dogs.
Let's get on, and we're on top. Like we're looking down on these.
Yeah,
things,
you're
right?
looking down on these things.
Dude, let us like at the end of the Grinch Stole Christmas, and he rides down that hill and starts giving everybody their presents back. Let's do that, except blast these fools. If they are fools, if they're just pimples, then we'll disregard that.
Are you talking like a drive-by?
Yeah, like a fantasy drive-by. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't want to rush in. I would want to go closer though.
All of us couldn't fit on it anyway. Yeah, I think we should have a closer look, sneak up on it and just see what they are first. Leave the dogs here. Sit here, have a treat.
So you want to kind of like park the sled off to the side and just kind of fashion it so that the dogs are like like holding position basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think we would want to, or I would want to sneak around and have a look, see.
I'm with Stupid.
All right, everyone's sneaking up. I would have you guys all roll a stealth check, and let's see how it looks.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
this
it.
is Odaxi's specialty.
Ready to get surprised.
Uh-oh.
We're sneaking.
Oh!
Yeet!
Stealth. Okay, hang on.
You have disadvantage, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in that one.
Uh,
Maybe.
as you
Roll better.
I
just just
Roll
Actually,
better.
I would love to. I would love to. I got a nat 1 and a nat 19, so
yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I think no in between.
Yeah.
Leopold and Davos, you guys start to kind of make your way forward, and as you're starting to creep up, like you just hear like this crunching behind you, and you turn around, and when you stop, everyone in the party stops. So you're not sure what that sound is, and you look around and you see that like DeQuinn, Daxi, and May, they're like looking around too, trying to figure it all out. And you take a couple more steps, and you hear it again, and you stop and turn. Not really sure what it is, but in reality, it's the three knuckleheads behind you, like avoiding, like not avoiding any like branch or patch of like hard snow, and frankly kind of clueless that they're continuing to make this noise. Maeve Maeve starts to like to walk forward, and not hearing or seeing DeQuinn stop, she smacks into the back of him, and you hear that sort of like just this loud thud of Maeve's like body just smashing into DeQuinn, and then DeQuinn smashing into Daxi, and then all three of them kind of fall on the ground and start to slide into the snow a little bit. You're on the outskirts of, on the outskirts of this these sort of weird like white like dots in the landscape. You're close enough to notice that they are in fact these igloo features. So here I can actually move you over, so I don't have to use words as much. That's what I know. It's what you all want to hear your DM say. Yeah. You see these like this like cropping of igloos in this circle. You see nothing else though beyond that. And despite the noise behind you, you don't see any movement around you here. We can throw people up here. Bam. Bam. Daxi? Maeve?
Hi.
And why don't you have... Where's Leopold's image? Here, I need to make another Leopold image real quick. Yeah, so despite the noise, you guys don't see anything.
Does it look like there's been anything here?
I
say to Maeve.
I say to Maeve, so I don't have to roll any sort of check.
Yep. The game is afoot.
So, sure, I'll take a look around.
I just imagine like us three were just sliding into the middle of these igloos.
Yeah, you guys are actually probably further up here. DeQuinn probably turns and says, Maeve, do you see anything? And then looks around him only to see the three of you kind of just sliding down the hill. The hell is my Leopold token? Desktop. Sure.
I will gladly use DeQuinn's help to get back up and.
There he is. Actual size.
Hello, I've been hiding a secret.
Leopold can actually quadruple in size. There we go. Until we get you guys.
That, right? I think he can.
Until we get actual tokens for you guys. There you go. What's your... it doesn't matter. I can fix the health stuff later. Can you move? You probably can't move your token.
Nope.
There we go. Can you move it now?
Nope.
Well, I think you're lying. Yeah. Who's moving it?
I can move mine.
Oh, Maeve, you can't move yours.
No.
Sorry, I was like, wait a minute. Maeve. Save.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see, we rolled a perception check. Oh no, you did not.
I have not yet.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys get closer, you don't see anything. So what do you guys want to do?
I will take a look around since Dallas asked me to.
Roll investigation instead of perception, because you're seeing everything you can see right now. If you're trying to figure out what this place is or anything like that, I would roll investigation. Oh, okay. Um, in your current state, yeah, there you go. Where's Davos with the praise? He's got nothing but
Tell me your
or De
secrets.
Quinn got nothing but judgment, but no praise afterwards.
Well, I like to think she just listened to my advice into just rolling better.
Well, you
It was good advice.
Yeah.
you don't see anything, but you smell something like, and in your current state, like it's very faint, but it's very familiar, and it's the scent of blood, and you can perceive that something has happened in this area, and you can see here, and then even more so, um, off in this direction as well. Those things both popped up, right?
I believe
Snow
it.
is
Yeah.
snow has
Yep.
covered it, so on the surface, and no one really can tell these are here, but Maeve. I mean, I guess you just unless you just sprint forward like the Quinn does. But in these two directions, and Daxi, actually, you would probably innately smell this too with your keen sense of smell. You smell that sort of that irony,
Tinge.
dried blood smell. Yeah.
Yeah. Just so I can like make sure for myself which direction, like where exactly the smell is coming from, and then I'm gonna point to both igloos, and I'm gonna say that something terrible happened in those ones.
Terrible. Like what?
Well, from the sheer amount of blood I'm smelling, death.
Chicken
Yeah.
take a deep sniff.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna scrape some of the top snow so the red snow comes through.
Yeah, and once you do that, you can see underneath there's just a pool of blood leading to inside the igloo. And as you get closer here with that investigation, you see in the center here, like as described on the map, which I appreciate you guys pretending not to notice and just kind of wandering around like if like it wasn't a feature of the map. You do see this sort of black soot. Stop. Who is doing that? Just tracing it. You see under the snow, you do smell also this sort of scent of burnt woods, and as you get closer, you can make out that something has drawn a bit of a symbol in this part of the little igloo village here. It's been covered by snow, but yeah, there's something here in the middle.
I'll take
Is
some
there
time
any-
to gently and carefully uncover it so that we can see the symbol in its entirety.
Yeah, as you brush away the snow, there's this outline of burnt wood in the circle here, forming this sort of this odd symbol or rune in the ground here.
Is there any like heavy footfalls, like footfall trafficking, or like carts that we were following leading into these?
Yeah, the three paths from the sled, they definitely lead here into the center of this town. You'd have to roll. I'd say you probably have to roll survival to determine what and where maybe they took up place.
I'll gladly roll survival.
Okay.
Have we ever seen this symbol before, Davos? Or Dequin?
So falling from the north here, the sleds came around to this southern part. Oh, I can't. Is that clicking? To the southern part down here, and you can see there's these firs, and these firs do have snow on them accumulated on top here, and there is this sort of like collection of like frozen. That wouldn't be there. Something would have eaten the fish. So there's definitely no food over here, but there are furs here. The sled came around the sort of left side of the map, and was here, and you can see there's a lot of foot traffic in this area. To the kind of the northwest side of the map. and then also the tracks continue to the south. Only one track, no longer three.
Alright.
What's in the blood igloo?
As you open it up, there's tattered furs, and on the inside, it actually it's not a pretty sight. There's like blood splatter all along the walls and the ceiling, frozen now from the cold. It reeks in there of blood, and just scraps of fur.
But no buddies.
Is there really a pile of furs over here?
Mm-hmm. They're probably not as like luxurious as what you're seeing, but there are some furs on a table that someone has been working on at some point.
Do they look like they've already been like tanned and treated, or?
Roll a. No, you probably don't have to roll. They haven't been. They have not been tanned yet. They they kind of look like they were in the process of still getting cleaned.
Okay, so they're probably frozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, again, that's sort of like dried blood all on the inside, and they're stiff. And
can I tell what animals they used to be?
roll a medicine or survival. Survival. Yeah.
Okay.
Leopold, what are you doing? Shivering in the back?
Yeah, he's just cold and watching everyone.
What's on this rack here? I'm looking.
So really quickly, the furs, they are small creatures, rabbits, small winter badgers, nothing too large. Nothing larger than like 5 pounds or so. That rack, let me see, actually, zoom in some. Nothing on there. But you do see the hooks, and you can see that the posts that go into the ground, you smell kind of the burnt wood on the inside, that you piece together that these are probably used to like hold meat over a fire to cook them. So they're just hooks there right now.
I'm gonna take a peek in the other igloo.
Same scene. Blood coats the inside of the igloo. Some of it frozen, like didn't even like run down the side to the ground before it froze. In this one, you do see bits and pieces of something sticking out of the ground underneath the igloo.
You can check that out.
It's a hand, a human hand, and it's frozen, but you can tell it is not connected to whatever or whoever it was connected to before.
Let it go.
You drop it back down to the ground. Did you know these people?
No, I just like habitually try not to hold limbs.
Good practice.
Yeah, just yeah.
I pick the hand back up and just wave with it. I'm like, really?
The Quinn just laughs.
Is it a man's hand, a woman's hand, a child's hand?
Medicine check for that, I believe.
Okay.
Assist as well.
Oh, sure. With Odaxi's help, I mean, you guys piece together that it's rough and coarse, and there actually is a sort of band on one of the fingers, so you get the sense that it was probably a male hand, because it's just the sheer size of it. It's massive in scope.
Big sausage fingers.
Big sausage fingers, and they're really sausagey right now, frozen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell it's rough, so some sort of hard labor. Not like Leopold's hands or Davos's hands. I suspect Davos probably has real soft, moisturized hands.
Okay. So who's with me right now by here?
It kind of looks like everyone's watching you in the blood pit right now that you're standing in.
Yeah. Kind of keeping my back turned to everyone. Oh, here I should be able to do that. Hold on. Boop. Keeping my back turned to everyone. I'm going to I'm gonna let my instincts come forward, and my eyes are gonna shift to a more amber like color, and I'm gonna try and take a big deep sniff to see if there's any scent that's been left by whoever took these people out. Especially since the blood is frozen, that means that the blood's not gonna smell as strong.
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check. As you kind of turn, so you guys all see Maeve kind of turned around, like she takes the hand which she was just waving at. She was just waving at DeQuinn with, and she takes it and kind of turns around, and then.
I'm gonna try to hide. I'm gonna like crouch down a little bit, look like I'm trying to look for other signs and stuff, and kind of just.
If
take over.
with such a high sleight of hand, I would say someone would have to be, they'd have to be proficient in perception to try and see what's going on here. But you still have to beat a 22. So if you're proficient in perception, you can roll. If you don't care, if your character's not like interested, then by all means. But Maeve, the second that you shift, the smells around you almost become overwhelming. But you're used to this, like you do it pretty often, or you've done it plenty often throughout your life. It's not the smell of the hand that worries you. You sense the trail of blood, following along with this other gruff musk in the air to the two igloos to the south.
Does it smell like more of the same, or does
it
smell different?
It smells more of the same, but you smell a musk, and your ear kind of twitches as it catches the faintest sound of something moving in the igloos to the south.
I quickly pull the scarf that's kind of like tied like a headband around my head. I pull it off so that way my not human ears are no longer covered, and I make sure I'm not blocking any possible ability to hear if I catch anything, if I'm catching any sort of.
Oh, so you pull out your ears?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys behind you would see these sort of like I don't know. I guess you can describe them. I would just assume they're kind of almost like tall. Like canine ears, right? Like,
yeah.
Not floppy, but like perked up, and they kind of both.
And they definitely come to like a sharper point than like, let's say, like a cat's ears or anything. They're and a little bit taller.
Yeah, they both immediately kind of like turn and turn you, cause you to cock your head to the right some, and you catch the sound of murmuring and movement from the igloo to the closest to you here to the south. But you smell, that one. But you smell over here that same sort of bloody musk in the other one as well. But you're too far away to hear anything. I know Daxi breathes heavy, I think, through his trunk too, so that's kind of overwhelming you right now. You're just a heavy trunk breather, I assume, Daxi.
I'm gonna kind of wave to everyone, be like, we're not alone. I'm gonna whisper it real quietly, and then I'm gonna point to this igloo down here. I'm gonna change my color because white on white isn't a bad idea. Let's go over here. There we go.
Yeah, and it's only going to be more white, I can tell you that. So pick whichever color you want. But every map I try to get has white on it, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Makes sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna point at this igloo there.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna pull out my bow and ready an arrow.
Is this thing like a table?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'll come try to get whatever cover I can with the table here and.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing for now.
Where is this at?
Down here. I think I can probably shift and click.
Down
You
there.
gotta look, yeah.
Okay.
Hide behind
the fish.
Since Leopold, it looks like you're the one that's got to go up there and figure out what it is.
What's that Quinn up to?
What is the Quinn up to? Are you in your own?
Into someone's house.
You're in your own little hut up there?
I don't think I heard her whisper, so I think I'm checking out this igloo.
Okay. It's largely empty. It looks like it's just whatever. There's some furs on the ground, like like almost like a sleeping place of some sort. You can roll investigation if you want.
Certainly, I would love to.
While your party's out here preparing for battle.
I don't know that. Definitely.
Nothing of interest in there.
Okay, I'll walk back out. Oh,
you walk out, you see
over there. Oh.
You see all four of your party members like staring down. An arrow is trained. Hammers are out.
Zach, go ahead and check out this one.
As I'm getting closer to the igloo, am I able to pick up more of what I was hearing?
It's the same. It's more coming through more clearly, but it's largely the same. You hear this sort of like.
Alright, speak up. What do we hear?
It's
just kidding.
I was like, don't make me do that. It's sort of this sort of just mindless mindless sort of rambling in the tent.
Well, I mean, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna hoof it, just kick it. Hello.
Kick the igloo.
Yeah.
So DeQuinn walks up and are you just gonna boot the side of the igloo?
Yeah, I'm just gonna boot.
Make a strength check. Make a strength check.
Oh yes, certainly. I don't know why I rolled with advantage, sorry, but it's in that one.
You go to like these pieces of ice can't stop DeQuinn, and you go to like put your foot up and like just crush one of the pieces of ice in on the side, but you have no clue that igloos are actually very, very sturdy, and it throws you off guard, and you fall prone. The igloo kind of, like, there's this thud as you make contact with the igloo, and Maeve, you hear that sort of mindless rambling kind of stop in the igloo, and then there's silence for a moment, and then you hear this, like, screeching sort of scream. One sounds feminine, one sounds masculine, as these two figures emerge from out of the top of the igloo. Token level. They don't look like how these tokens I have, because it turns out they don't have I don't have a token for everything. But you see these almost half naked figures come sprinting out of these two igloos. Let me actually pull up. Look here. shirtless, covered in frostbite, black spots of frostbite covering their entire body. One's holding a wooden mace, a flail. I'm sorry, a flail of some sort. The other comes out holding a javelin. Their movements sporadic and almost undead like, but they're like chattering and making and saying words, but the words string together. They don't make any sense. I'd like you all to roll initiative. You need to make sure you click your token so that it gets put on the initiative tracker.
What are the odds?
Wow, it's a lot of 11s. Let me see here. Oh, wow. Perfect. Add turn. Add turn. 2. 8. Yeah, these half-covered figures, again, like toes, you can see come out of the stand, but when they lift their feet out of the snow, they don't even like completely like come out all the way. The foot almost looks limp. The knees are buckled inwards as they're kind of staggered, and they're like kind of like chattering and turning their heads at you, almost like they're possessed. Most of you would know that it's extremely unnatural to be wearing no clothing out in this conditions. These are humanoid-looking creatures too. These are not like these are not minotaurs or any of that sort. Did I put them on the tracker? I think I did. Yeah.
Are
And
the eyes a particular color? Like, are they blue?
let me see. No, their eyes have no particular color to them.
Okay.
But they're also their eyes like they're looking at you. Like one eye is looking at Davos, the other's like not even like functioning. Perhaps it's just looking down. Odaxi, you're first up. As you see these creatures like erupt and scream out of the igloos, stumbling out, holding a flail and a javelin.
Gonna bless the party. Except me. Everyone will have blessing except me.
Aww.
Wow.
What a team player!
Player of the game.
Why can't I ever figure out how to make it actually cast? There we go.
3 creatures. So you only get 3.
That's actually 4.
Oh, you're gonna do it at second level?
Oh, I did. Did I do it? Yeah. Yeah, it's 4.
Okay. Yeah, okay,
Blessed.
so you get a
Protect me and
D4.
Davos.
Here, I'll bless. Let's see here. Do we have a symbol for bless? Let's see.
I don't know. I didn't. There's a heart. There's a lightning bolt.
I'm gonna do the lightning bolt. Looking thing, that thing?
Sure.
Is that the lightning bolt you were talking about?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you get to add a D4 to your attack roll or saving throw. If you have to make one. Alright, is that an action or bonus? That's an action, right?
That's an action, yeah.
Alright, you can move or bonus action.
I'll move up next to Davos here.
Alright, Maeve, it's your turn.
Go ahead. Move over here. And
Good
then,
lord. I said, good lord.
I get 40 feet this turn. Yeah. And I'm going to... which one looks like they have the javelin?
I would say this one probably has the javelin, and this
Okay, cool.
one's coming
I'm
out with the
gonna
mace.
aim at that one.
You do see that both of them have a javelin like on their back, but this one has one in their hand.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack that one. Yeah, with my longbow.
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately. as it just goes wide and hits the igloo. A
Blessing
breeze.
though.
Oh yeah, roll your d4.
Just remember,
Yeah,
just remember
that's
to
right.
roll your
Yes.
stuff.
God knows I'm not gonna remember.
If you want, I can do it, but I feel like
No,
people
no,
wanna
they
do
they
their own
they have to do it
rolls.
each. They have to do it each time. So,
Right.
with a d4 on there, you do actually connect. So roll your
Perfect.
damage there.
Okay, so
That's good.
Okay, 4 damage.
Yep, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fire again. Well, can I use my bonus action before my second action? Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. On which one?
The one that I'm gonna the same guy.
Okay.
Um,
What's going on here? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Go ahead. Plus 99.
do I have to roll for Hunter's Mark? I didn't
No, I don't
that.
think so. Right? I think you just
No,
cast
but
it
I
on
click-
there.
Yeah, I click cast and it's asking me to roll. I'm very confused.
I can roll the damage for you when you go to cast it.
That's how it goes into the window. That's how I made Bless show up. It makes it says
Oh,
like
okay,
it
okay.
says like, do you want to roll normal? Like,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and then in that case, I will fire it with my longbow again.
Let's see. What color are you using? Gray? I don't have a gray. It's okay.
I am using
I'll have
brown,
to do-
gray, something.
That's all right. I was gonna try and give it your color so we know. But the eye will be fine.
And then
Oh Jesus, a crit.
my
Okay.
second one crits.
Yeah, very nice. Roll damage.
So that doubles Hunter's Mark damage too.
Yeah,
doesn't
it does. Yeah, it does.
Fuck
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Doubles all dice.
We're gonna get our first obliteration.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Double sixes.
So
Hey.
24 total.
Doesn't my second attack do an extra D8 though?
Oh, I
That's
don't know,
great.
hon. I have
I think
no
you have
clue.
to click. I think you have to click the damage things. Or
As
did you already do
as
that?
an ambusher, yeah.
Oh.
I can make an additional attack on my first.
Oh, it did
turn
roll
that
D8s.
deals
One-
an
it-
extra D8.
It rolled 1d8 for each. Oh, you get. You say you get another d8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Cool. Rolling an extra one.
I think that
Eight,
doubles
and then
too.
we'll
You roll, yeah,
double it?
2d8.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so plus another 8,
So.
and then Hunter's Mark damage, which we will. What?
Whoa.
Why? What?
I don't know. I don't know why I did all those damage. Sometimes.
I don't understand.
Sometimes it gets a little weird, for sure. Let me see.
Why did it do that? Spells. Hunter's Mark. Where do I? Can I just open the spell to see?
mhm.
Oh, I think it's just depending on
Which
what
so it's
kind of thing. So it's 2 because it's an arrow. So
'Cause it's
it
piercing?
would make.
so
Yeah.
4. So 24
4.
total, right? 8, 12, 24 damage in one precise shot. As your arrow pierces the jugular of this creature that emerged as it was yelling. You put an arrow right into its throat, and you can hear the gurgle of like blood and saliva as it comes out. Yeah, that's a good old fashioned crit. The creature still seems to be standing unconscious. Anything else, Maeve, on your turn?
No, that was everything.
Okay. DeQuinn, you're prone on the ground, turtled.
In a fit of embarrassment, I go into a rage and
do you rage while you're on your back? Like you're like, "Ah!"
exactly.
Like a toddler in the snow. You guys just see DeQuinn just fed up with everything that's happened in the past 24 hours. But when he does, he emerges from the snow as it starts to fall off his torso. You see these like bright blue tattoos start to encase his body. And his horn, is it body or horns? Just horns or both?
Everything.
Everything's covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
These tribal tattoos, and you see Odaxi's tusk also start to glow with this sort of bright blue, and Davos as well, right? Face, I don't know where your tattoos are. I should probably keep track somewhere.
Davos is on his hand.
on his hands.
Yeah. I would say.
Yeah, okay. So you standing up cost half your movement.
Yep. I would like to move 15 feet in front of this meatball and decapitate him vertically, please.
Sure. Decapitate away.
Gladly.
Vertically, you're gonna split his head in half.
His body in half.
Oh boy.
Don't think less of me.
Just DeQuinn also doesn't know the difference between vertical and horizontal, as far as I remember. So
No. It's reckless. So.
okay. 25 hits. 15 damage. Oof, Jesus. All right, Davos, is your turn. As you see DeQuinn kind of temper tantrum on the ground, get up and just bring the halberd down into the clavicle of this frozen creature. You guys see like frozen dead skin kind of like curl up as the halberd makes contact, but the creature kind of just like snarls at Davos, or I'm sorry, at DeQuinn.
I'm gonna hex that guy in front of us.
Okay.
Perfect. And then I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at the same one. The one
Okay.
that's in front of DeQuinn. Perfect.
A 7 does not
That's
hit.
a lot
I'm
of
afraid. I'm
ones.
sorry. Wow. It's maybe it's karma for not, for you guys riding Maeve, because she's now rolling like nat 20s, and that's 2 nat 1s. Yeah, the
Knowing who was giving her a hard time.
as you're prepping your spell, you don't plan for DeQuinn to kind of jump in front, and so you have to arc it at the last
the
moment. Bless is not going to help in that
Oh,
situation.
it doesn't help this? Okay.
No. You roll
So
it
now
if you
what?
roll it if you want, Davos, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna.
Oh, you're just saying because it's so low.
Yeah, because it's so low.
No,
Because
right.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
And it's in that one.
'Cause
So it's
it's-
automatic fail.
It's an automatic, miss. Anything else, Davos, on your turn?
No, that'll do it.
Okay, which one is this? So this creature that's got now an arrow in its throat, it's going to. It's going to.
2 arrows
It's
sticking out of it.
2 of those, yeah. I gotta find. Here we go. Just pull him out of my 19 D&D Beyond tabs that I have up right now. This is the female character with the arrow in her throat and one in her shoulder, I would assume. She's going to look back at you, Maeve, and hurl a javelin at you. It's going to be a 9 to hit.
That misses.
As the javelin just falls into the snow, and it's going to kind of screech in frustration and begin to move towards you here. 5, 10, 15, I'll say 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to get just in range. It's going to get 2 more attacks. Actually, fuck it, let me roll this for the posterity of the game here. Okay. And it's going to attack recklessly as well. One is a automatic critical, a 25. So it's going to do a 25 and a 24. So it's going to be 5, 10. I'm just going to... Oh, I guess I'll do it that way. That's fine. So 13, 20 damage as it comes and clobbers you with its flail. And I need you to make I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
That is a fail. So you are poisoned until the end of. You're poisoned, yeah. So I will mark you here. Give you a little whatever that is. I don't know. Kind of looks like poison.
If you go
Actu-
into your D&D tab, you can put poison on, and it'll tell you what it does exactly.
Yes. So it is disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
On attack rolls and ability checks. Great.
Oops, I killed you. There we go.
Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on.
And you're dead.
Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Oh, you can roll your
Right
blessing
now-
saves as well.
Hang on.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you can, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, hang on. There was something.
Digging deep into the player sheet now. Do I have advantage on con saves? Come on.
Not
You got
on
the blessing.
con saves. But no creature within 30 feet of me can make. Oh, did they have? No, they didn't have advantage on me. Does not matter. Okay.
They
never
did have
mind.
advantage on you.
Oh, so then they would not have had advantage. While I'm shifted.
Oh. He did roll the nat, though, the first time. So it actually doesn't change anything.
No, that's fine. But
yeah, good to know. Good to know.
okay. So wait.
Roll a d4.
Oh, a d4. Yes.
You got a 14, and you needed a 13. So you were
I got it.
not poisoned now, but he did hit you twice. So I need you to make another con save.
Okay.
Hi, cutie patootie. Yeah, that one is going to be a fail, and a d4 is not going to help you in your future there.
You won't think so.
No, so you're still poisoned.
Okay.
But it was worth a shot. Leopold, you're up. These just half frozen creatures come out screaming bloody murder.
Do I? Oh, I hate to have to ask this. Do I have to roll a con save to see if Hunter's Mark stays up because it's a concentration spell?
Is it? Yes, you do. Then technically, and I think you have to beat. You have to roll 2 of them actually. We can't use the same saves. No, we shouldn't. We should use different saves probably. Jesus, 4 saves in one turn. My God.
Well, stop making your creatures attack so fast.
Oh,
You do have blessed for your save. Oh,
no, it's and just like that, Hunter's Mark. At least you got the crit out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty, because I would have forgot. Okay, Leopold. You just watched one creature take 2 arrows and then charge at the person shooting and bludgeon her with a flail. And you can see that Maeve is kind of like, doesn't look that well. Like the blood's kind of left her face.
Okay, so the first thing Leopold is going to do is going to slap a bardic inspiration on DeQuinn.
Okay. You are inspired, DeQuinn.
I love to be slapped, apparently.
You just slide DeQuinn, that card that he drew last night, back into his back pocket.
He's going to whisper, "I believe in you."
All right, that's a bonus action, right?
Yeah. And then can I cast Healing Word on Maeve?
You sure can. All right, so 5 healing, Maeve. And movement, Leopold.
I think he's just going to scoot back to where Daxi and stuff is.
Sure. The creature in front of you, DeQuinn, while the halberd's like still resting in its clavicle, it's going to look at you and make 3 attacks recklessly. Actually, I need to do this first. So this is key here. I need to keep remembering to do this. So roll that. Okay. No problems there. Yeah. So it's going to make 3 attacks here. 2, 3. What's going on here? What's wrong with my... I'm going to refresh. My board is not liking my... There we go. You guys can hear me still, right? You're just being very polite and quiet? Okay, cool. 17, 23, and a 25, which is a crit.
They will hit. Yeah.
11. Half. Here, I'll do them all. So that's 17 plus 18, which is 35 cut in half.
So
17.
So yeah, 17. I need you to make 3 Constitution saves.
Remember them D4s.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, as you feel this sort of like, it's almost like it's the anti of like your ancestral guardians. It's like something evil manifesting itself, creeping into the back of your mind and like trying to work its way into your torso. But you're able to repel it and push it back down, push it away, and in response, like your sort of tattoos glow even brighter. Okay, back at the top, Odaxi. You've seen these things. These things come and they are relentless in their assault against your team here. I think you're concentrating on Bless, correct?
Mm-hmm. Which I don't need to do anything about right now.
Nope. I'm just trying to remember, so I need to make a. Here, we'll do that. We'll do that face.
That Quinn just took how much damage? 17?
17, yeah. And you know that swings like that would cripple most anyone else in the group.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get up to him. A little close.
Yeah.
Get around. I'll try to get around this side. I'll do a cure wounds.
Slap me as well.
I'll slap you. Cure wounds on Deck Quinn.
Okay.
Wait, what icon is on me right now? Oh, I don't know.
Concentrating.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you gained 5 more hit points.
Thank you.
And I can bonus action. Right?
Yep.
Or did I move? Okay.
Yeah, you can bonus action, yeah. And you still have more of your movement too.
Get him with another 5.
You can only cast 1 spell.
Never mind.
So make sure you give yourself that spell slot back.
I was just kidding.
Yeah. You could cast a if you had a bonus action cantrip, you could do that. But you can only do you can only use cast a spell, which is you can only use that once. For anything other than a cantrip. If that makes sense at all.
Okay, that's all I can do then.
Okay. If you wanted to bonus action healing word instead, and then use an action to attack, you could do that.
Yeah.
But I leave it up to you. I mean, technically you did cure wounds first, so it probably should be the first thing that you do.
Yeah. I'll
Just in the future,
I'll
just to let you know.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Up next is Maeve.
Yes. Okay, quick question.
Sure.
So poisoned means disadvantage on attacks.
On attacks.
The creature attacked me recklessly, so does that just mean a straight roll?
It does a straight roll.
Cool. Okay. Well, since they're so freaking close to me, instead of pulling out another arrow, I'm gonna pull out my short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Try to attack with that.
Okay. And you have Bless.
And bless.
Unfortunately, a 12 is still not enough to attack. You kind of, as you're trying to like fall back and pull out your short sword, you're disoriented just enough, and your swing just goes wide. You like chop off a lop of hair. That's all you're able to do with this creature in your face here.
Okay. With my, I want to do it again. No. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Davos, I think you're up. No, DeQuain, you're up.
I'll look to Daxi and look back to this thing. He's all yours. And he'll move over. over here.
Okay. Sorry, Daxi.
Back here.
It's gonna
I mean-
take. It's gonna take a reaction against you.
Yeah, certainly.
23.
That hits. Yep.
Halved is 6, or so it's 3 damage total.
Yep.
And then another Constitution save. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. You got the con.
Lord.
I will attack this thing since he's reckless. It's advantage, right?
Yep.
Alright, then I won't recklessly attack. I will normal roll.
21 hits. Yeah, for sure. 10 damage.
And then I would like to use my bonus action to try and push it back 10 feet.
Okay. It's a strength save.
It is a strength save, DC 14.
13.
It gets pushed back 10 feet.
Do I get to opportunity attack?
I think it has to be voluntary movement.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got you. I appreciate the effort there. Okay. Anything else?
I'll just move up into.
Don't you get to charge as a if you do that or no?
No, if I do a dash, I can do a bonus action with my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I've only done that once this game.
Yeah. Cool.
It came in clutch. I'll just move up 5 feet in front of all the rest of my movement.
Okay.
And I'll just look at Maeve and tell her to get back. And that will be my turn.
It's Davos.
As you see like a little shaman push out from his tattoo and just like hovers around you.
I'm gonna get a little bit of a better angle, and I'm gonna try to cast Chaos Bolt again.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we'll do.
18 hits and 17.
Well, it's 18 with the X.
It's 18 total.
Fire damage.
You said it's
Again.
Yeah, 18 total. It's 17
Okay.
plus the 1 X. Earlier.
cool.
Unless you
No,
have to
you
roll
rolled
the
the
hex.
hex.
You roll the damage every time for hex.
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, every time
Then
you hit it.
21.
Cool. Another 3. All right. As a fiery I feel like it like flickers almost in your hand, and then when you release it, it's just randomly like it's whatever element it is, and singes the outside of this guy's skin. You can see he repels from the heat, as it kind of just like you smell burnt skin and flesh all around you there, Odaxi. Anything else, Davos? Okay, up at the top here. This character now getting just slapped in the side of the face and pushed is going to turn. Oh, let me do this. Okay. It's going to turn and engage in front of you again, to Quinn. Should I do all the rules right? Oh. Okay, I made a bit of a boo-boo here.
Oh boy.
They've been dead for a long time.
No, they've not been dead. They're stout creatures. But he can only attack with a melee weapon 3 times. So technically he shouldn't have got that first blow on Maeve after throwing the javelin.
The critical one should not have happened.
Yeah, maybe. All things being equal, probably not should have happened. So I tell you what, give yourself back. Like, go back up to full. Would you rather be full health or have the poison status taken away?
Oh, take away my poison, please.
Okay, to try and balance this out. Actually, no, go back to full health. I'm gonna put you back at 36.
Yeah.
But you'll see, because the poison's gonna end at the end of this guy's turn anyway.
Okay.
So you get a little bit of both. I apologize for that. It says he can only attack 3 times with a melee weapon, which he's gonna do recklessly against DeQuinn here.
What? Why?
Because- That's just the way this... Why is my thing being stupid? 21?
Yeah, definitely.
That's... Okay, that's 4. I gotta refresh again. For some reason, I guess if I roll a bunch in roll 20, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like me doing that. So 21, 22, and 12. So the 12 does not hit, right? So it's 7 damage total and 2 con saves.
Con saves. Okay. Yes.
That's a
I'll
fail.
use my
But you do have a D4.
Okay. I got D4 as well. Save 14.
14 passes.
I'll con save one more time. I'll use my D4.
Okay.
I'll
13
use-
saves, you son of a bitch. So you are not poisoned. You are with your +9 to your con that you get from your bless. You avoid getting poisoned, and you can feel that sort of. There's just like lingering thoughts in the back of your mind of like murdering everyone around you, maybe that you're able to push out, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And you're able to like shrug off that poison, so you are now unpoisoned. At the bottom, Leopold, it's your turn.
Can I just get up close to the dude next to Adaxi?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah, right there.
Awesome, and can I cast Thunderclap?
Sure. It's a 20-foot cube, or is that right? Or a 10-foot cube, like in this direction?
I think it's a cantrip thunderclap.
Oh, am I thinking the wrong one?
Yeah.
Con save, DC is a 1. Let's see here. 22, so it's gonna save, unfortunately. As you feel that this figure in front of you is not intelligent enough to. It's almost like it doesn't even respond to the loud noises around it. It's like purely acting on instinct. Did you want to do anything else with your turn?
Yeah, also slap a bardic inspiration on Adaxi.
Okay. So you can roll a d6 for, what is it? It's almost anything. Isn't it an attack roll or a saving throw?
Save, attack,
Okay.
and something else, I think.
Is it check as well? Is ability checks as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
So you've got that Odaxi. I think you got it for 10 minutes, I believe, is the expiration time on it.
Yeah, ability check, attack roll, and saving throw because of the motive potential.
Oh, cool.
You get a special thing if you use it, eh?
Oh yeah, the special thing is you can add it to a weapon attack, can't you? Isn't that the motive potential? Let me
No, I
see.
think if you roll it on a save, you get 10 HP, and then if you use it on attack, it does extra damage.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Anything else, Leopold?
No, I think that's it.
All right. I think running up in its face and then clapping your hands together right in its ear. Although it didn't do anything, I think it's going to get its attention, and it's going to turn to you, and it's going to unleash a flurry of flails here. Pull up this. There's one. Is it working? No, it's so annoying. Why does it keep doing that, I wonder? Does a 15 hit?
Sure does.
A 15, a 23, and an 18.
Yep, all of them.
You take 22 points of damage. And have to make 3 con saving throws or be poisoned.
I think my dude has a defense against poison.
Oh. You have advantage against all poison saving throws, so you can roll your con save, all of them with advantage.
Plus bless.
Plus bless. Yep. That's a pass.
Nice.
You have to do it 2 more times, though.
Oh, right.
All right, well, yeah, the last one, the nat 1's not going to help you there, so you do end up getting poisoned
Those
at the
weren't
end.
rolled with advantage, though.
Were they?
No, because it's just one roll.
Oh, well, yeah, then you should definitely roll 2 more rolls. So the first, so... Sure, yeah, okay, all right then. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with the numbers then. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. You can stop for the con saves.
Okay.
Just keep them coming. No, you're good. You managed to, with your resistance to poison, you're able to shrug off all of the, Davos, you just wanted to roll a con save too? Is that where you're at?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good, right?
Yeah, you're good. But you do see that Leopold takes like 3 flails, Adaxi to your left, and it's gonna leave him pretty beat up. 22, yeah. So you can see poor Leopold is looking a little rough. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it doesn't help. Yeah, half of you have resistance, half of you have
Frenzied.
20 con.
Frenzied. Yeah. No, just with
Um,
all the saves. How
I
many
didn't know.
of them?
These creatures hit 3 times apiece, so they're pretty gnarly. Adaxi, it's your turn. Up at the top. Top of the order.
Leopold got hit, you said?
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard.
I'm gonna give this creature some what for my mace first.
Okay. You have advantage on attacks against it. Melee attacks against it.
Oh, that's good.
19 hits. 6 damage. Well struck.
And then I'll use my bonus action to heal. A healing word. on
Okay.
Leopold. Do I have a second? I'm gonna do a second level.
Okay. Eight. Nice. So you 8 more heal. Are you keeping track of your health, Leopold, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'm keeping track.
Okay. Here, I can actually do it up here too. Let me see, 35 out of 35, and then minus 22, and then plus 8. Cool. There we go. And I don't actually. Can everyone see his bar?
No.
Um,
I only see mine with numbers and then Davos's with no numbers.
okay. I'll have to look at all that later then. Anything else, Odaxi? Any movement or anything?
No.
Maeve, you're up.
Cool.
By judge of your arrow, you were going the opposite direction of combat here.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go over there.
Okay.
And
If you go that way, you do have to kind of go up and around this guy, because if you go straight through, that's going to get an opportunity attack.
oh yeah.
You see what I mean? So you'd have to go like up
Like over here.
and then through. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to shoot him
Okay.
with my arrow.
It's normal because only melee attacks get advantage against it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but I just wanted to have a clear line of if he dies, then I can have a clear line to the other one.
Sure. 23 hits.
Ooh. No button for damage.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's going on with the
I don't know.
the thing tonight. I think you should be able to hit the d8s in there, or just type
Right.
in whatever d8s.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't think I can shoot another arrow with my bonus action.
I think that's only the first. The Dread Ambusher.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Um. No.
Okay. DeQuinn, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to swing my halberd in a wide arc horizontally to decapitate him at the hip, please.
Oh, okay.
Decapitate.
A 13 hits.
Lovely.
These half-naked men in the frozen tundra. 12. Oof.
Yep.
You can see this one starting to get bloodied up a lot as DeQuinn just keeps hacking away different pieces in it. What's up?
I was gonna say I would move 5 feet and push him 10 feet that way. If he fails his save, please.
That's a bonus action.
Yes, it is a bonus action.
13.
He gets pushed back 10 feet.
Ooh. Sorry, I moved you. Hold on.
Yeah.
5, 10. Davos.
Let's go ahead and do another chaos bolt. The guy I've been shooting.
21 hits. Holy
Hey,
shit.
yo.
21.
Look
Is
at
that
him.
max damage on both those rolls?
Look at them green boxes. Yeah, and then let me add the hex here. Perfect. Bounce.
Just when you were riding high, too.
I'll allow it.
You can see this one's actually starting to look a little rough, too. As what is it? Thunder damage this time streaks across its torso, and you can see now, like, some of the black dead skin starts to pop, like from the searing, like, electrical heat, like of it passing through his flesh. Okay. Wow. All right. Anything else, Davos?
Yeah, I'm gonna quicken a spell.
All right.
Cast a fan favorite.
Oh.
Darkness?
Infestation.
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
All right. What bug do we have joining us today?
Today it's gonna be just like leeches. Fleas. It's fleas today.
Snow fleas?
Snow fleas.
Well, he rolls a 15, so I think he saves from your
I
snow
think he
fleas.
saves.
As you see
Saves.
these like these disgusting creatures start to come underneath you, Leopold, and bounce along the snow. This mythical snow flea that, you've probably never heard about because I don't think it fucking exists, but starts to climb up and they start to like attack and bite at this dead skin. This creature though has no feeling, being half frozen, and it gives like no regards to the creatures that are attacking it with their 1 poison damage. Anything else, Davos?
Oh no, that's enough. Thank you.
This creature is going to actually let me do my little roll here. Oh wow, these guys are rolling pretty good with that. Okay, it's going to come back at you, DeQuinn.
Yep.
What does this error keep saying? It's going to drive me fucking nuts. Oh, it is actually still working. Oh, okay, I'm a fucking moron, guys.
I don't think that.
15,
15 misses.
21,
That hits.
23,
That hits.
17 halved, which is 8. 8 damage total.
Oh, I'm looking rough.
And you need to make 2 con saves.
Gladly. Con save. Normal. Bam. Easy cut. Easy.
All right, you're good.
Lord.
Plus 6 con is disgusting.
Not that con.
That goddamn amulet. I was looking at your character the other day and I saw that amulet. Yeah,
Oh right, I forgot.
the amulet of health that he's got. It's giving like a base
I think
19,
you
isn't it?
whispered one time, does anyone want this amulet? And then you skipped it.
Well, he is the
Yeah,
You're
con.
the right person to have it.
He's
You're
the
right
con
person to
guy,
have
so yeah.
Yeah.
All
And it
right,
gives me more armor class too.
Leopold. This creature just brought its flail down on you like 3 times, and you're not feeling well. So you do have disadvantage on its hacks and saving and ability checks. So just attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, well, I think instead of scooting up, he's gonna scoot back after realizing that was a terrible move on his part.
If
Disengage.
Are you going to disengage, or are you just going to move back and take the hit?
He's gonna disengage.
Okay. So that's your action and your movement. What's your bonus action?
I think he's just gonna stay there.
Okay, nothing else there.
Not gonna slap anyone.
You can
well,
bonus
well,
act. You
on
can
that-
bonus action healing word too, right?
Can
True.
I?
Yeah, that's a bonus action spell, which is what makes healing word really good.
At 60-foot range.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'll do that on Queen.
Cool. And you can even. Oh wow, I forgot how good bards were. You can also even. Am I looking at the right person? Jesus. You could cast at level 2 for even more healing if you wanted.
I will do that.
Cool. If you can click either. There you go. Oh, nice. Make sure it rolled 2d4. Yep. So 9 healing to DeQuinn.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think that's it. Unless you want to do more movement. It's gonna be this creature's turn. Having taken a mace from you, it's your turn now, Odaxi. Well, actually, let me roll this little tidbit. Where is he at? There he is.
We all gotta have a go at Daxing.
Everyone gets the mace. Everyone gets the flail. Okay, so let's see.
Not Davos. He won't survive that flail.
Not going anywhere near it.
Yeah.
20, 21,
Hits.
and 8.
The third one doesn't hit.
Does not hit. So 2. So you got to make 4 saves. The first 2 are for poison. The second 2 are for concentration. And you have advantage on the second 2, I believe, because of
Yeah, I
your
do.
feat.
Because of my battle. Yeah.
Right. And that means yeah. So you got a whole lot going on there.
So there.
There's poison
and
1
then
as a pass,
I get a D6 from Bardic.
if you need it, but you don't need it there.
Oh well, yep, that's true.
And it's a pass for poison. So now the next 2 are an advantage
Alright.
for concentration.
Advantage.
So
I don't even know what I need to roll higher than.
you need to roll high for the first one. You have to roll higher than half the damage, or 10 minimum. Right, 10 minimum or half the damage. And so these are both on. So you pass
Oh,
with
good.
the 11 passes. Yeah.
All right, and then boom.
And the 11 passes again. So, in what is an uneventful round of flailing, as your shield is able to absorb most of the blow, and you get again that sort of creeping sensation of this just almost like demonic whispering in the back of your head, but you're able to shrug it off, taking only 13 damage. Not bad, actually. If you're gonna get the flail, that's the way to go, probably. Okay, Daxi, now it's your turn.
Well, I think I'm the tank on this side, so I'll just continue to hold ground against him and attack.
Okay.
With advantage, right? Still.
Yeah, for sure. 25 is a crit. Natural crit.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. 15. Wow, what a
Nice.
hit. Calms down.
Blows from the
Crap.
power of the summer star.
That's right. Don't forget you have that. Let me do it that way. Okay. This one down here is looking pretty rough.
Correct, guys.
You, like the mace, you just collapsed its chest, and you can see like the bone. You hear the bone kind of crack in on its chest, and it's having this labored breathing, unable to like catch its breath.
So is it 15 total or is it 30? Because it doesn't look like it's.
So it did.
double.
It's rolling critical damage. So it's actually not doubling. It's just rolling to die again.
Okay.
We can do it either way.
Alright, no worries.
Yeah, I don't. It's easier for me just to do the math. But if we want to do like roll 1 and then double, we can totally do that. Like for next session.
All good.
Alright, so then as a bonus action, probably toss out another healing word. Maybe on myself this time.
Okay.
I don't know why I've completely lost it from my spell. Oh, here we go.
6, yeah. So I'll give you 6 more healing here. Plus 6, 27. Cool. Anything else?
That's it.
Maeve.
Hunter's Mark with my bonus action, this asshole again.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move down right here. And I'm trying to hit him with my short sword.
Okay. You have
Excellent.
advantage, for sure. And I'll give you +2 for flanking, too. So you get +2 to your attack roll here.
Super advantage? Did we
No.
figure out what super advantage was?
No, all we know is DeQuinn somebody rolled worse with it. I think it was Davos.
Yeah, that's definitely.
It's not important.
So with advantage. And then you said +2 to whatever?
Yeah, you got it. The 23 hits, for sure.
Okay. Okay, and so
4 damage in the back
4
there.
damage, but plus Hunter's Mark.
Yep,
And-
roll that up.
And +2, right?
Well, the +2 is to hit.
Flank.
The +2 is just to hit, not for damage.
Got it.
Whew. So another... this is slashing this time?
Yeah.
Alright. Worked out in your favor this time.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
No, I guess that's everything.
DeQuinn, you're up.
Okay. Slide the halberd in between the legs of this undead creature and
God.
try and paint poor maid behind her in the entrails of this creature
Oh,
as I slide it.
Wait,
Yep.
should have
Poor
happened
mistake.
at the end
Not
of
mine.
my last turn. I'm so sorry. But my eyes return to their regular
Yeah.
normal color and the fur recedes.
mm-hmm.
Just because considering I started in the 30 to 45
Yep,
seconds
I'm
from
right-
the start of.
I'm with
so
you.
I just wanted to.
Very cool. Thank you. As DeQuinn's kind of like resting his halberd under, checking back on Maeve, you can see kind of Maeve kind of like shake her face a little and look back at you, and you're like, all right, whatever, that's weird. But your halberd's resting between the legs of this creature. It's a hit, 19 for sure. 14 damage, just tanking it. This creature's starting to look pretty rough as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'm not gonna push him back.
Push him back onto Maeve.
No,
Uh,
my go.
In the
I-
next 2 seconds, he's just gonna get right back up in your face.
Davos, you're up.
Yeah. Thunder or lightning?
Very, very frightening.
Thank you. Here we go.
Jesus, 18 hits, 13 lightning damage,
Mm-hmm.
6 additional damage, 19. How do you want to do this? Oh, and yeah, with the hex, so it's definitely plenty.
I want him to. Is he undead? Is he like a little ice?
It kind of feels that way, yeah. It feels that way.
So when they turn Frankenstein alive, or he comes to life, he gets struck by lightning,
Uh
and
huh.
he's like, "I just want to know how to love."
Sure.
With being on this side of the game, if he could say that and then fall down dead, that's how I envision it in the theater.
Okay, so you just release this electrical energy that enraptures this half frozen being, and it sticks its arms out as it stiffens up from the currency in its body, and it starts to it doesn't mumble "I want to love" because that's just absolutely fucking ridiculous, but it does mumble just these words. And Adaxi, you do hear it's it's trying to say this one word over and over and over. Charlatan, and it just craps out.
Jonathan?
Nope. Jonathan, charlatan, charlatan.
Charlatan.
I'll put it in chat. So, because I probably pronounced it wrong anyway. So let me find it. Anything else for your turn?
Oh no,
Davos.
that's plenty. Well, I'll move my hex to the other feller.
Okay. Sorry, let me pull this up. Cool. Who's up next? Oh, this character is. Yep, right back at you, DeQuinn. Well, actually, let me do... I always forget this. Oh, finally. The creature goes to, like, flail, like, to bring its flail at you, DeQuinn, but it stops mid, and you can see its mouth. You can see her mouth, excuse me, because this is the female one, is moving, and it's just, I'll always serve you. Whatever you wish, just let me know what you want me to do. Just tell me what your desires are, and I'll make them happen. And she just starts whispering madly in front of you, and
My first follower.
and she just stands there, and that's the end of her turn. Leopold, what do you want to do? Electric energy erupt from your side and just eviscerated the male frozen corpse essentially in front of you.
I think I'm just gonna scoot back and cast Healing Word on DeQuinn.
Okay. Well, it's good. That's a good cast. All right, so another 6 points to DeQuinn. Oh, you got it. Good. Anything else?
No, I think Leopold thinks that they have this handled, so he's just gonna watch and see what they do.
Sure. Adaxa, you're up.
Gonna move up behind Quinn, but not in melee of this.
Okay. And what's...
DeQuinn's looking healthy, by the way.
Okay, then I'm gonna do a Sacred Flame
Cool.
on the target.
Dexterity save. 20, unfortunately.
Oof.
It manages to
Really?
snap out of its trance as it sees the flame come and dodge out of the way. Nave up, little firecracker essentially shoots by your head. Anything else?
No.
Maeve, you're up.
So I'm just gonna whack him again.
Yeah, that's the play.
Yeah.
Advantage? Oh no, no advantage this time because you didn't do reckless last time, but you do have +2 to the attack.
Okay.
So
Plus 2 plus bless.
yeah, it's good. Even with a bad bless roll, you strike.
Cool. 6 plus Hunter's Mark, which is I think just a D6. So
For slashing, it's 5 again, huh? Nice roll.
11.
All right, it's looking rough.
Good lord.
You cut at the back of the leg, and you don't think that you struck it that well, but you almost completely sever off the leg, and you can see that it's like barely standing up on the bone that's left in the leg. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, DeQuinn, she's teed him up for you.
I mean, I've hacked this thing up, down, left, right. I think it's totally necessary to take off the head and watch the Falcon go. I would like to recklessly attack with the Hellbird.
Yep. $13 hits.
Yes.
Oh no. 7. It limps along. You attack at the head, and you just a little high, and it goes into the cheekbone, and you're a little disappointed. It's a good cut. I mean, you're in its face, but it's not enough to actually pop the top. Yeah, Davos wringing his hands behind him. All right, anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Davos?
Yes, thank you. Bees?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
It is
17.
Okay,
A swarm of bees just come and start stinging at it, but again, it like doesn't seem to react at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna quicken another spell.
Sure.
And cast a chaos bolt.
Okay. Right. With bless, yeah, you're just fine. Lightning damage. You want to pop another one?
Yeah, definitely. Same style. Frankenstein is good for me.
The flail as the electricity like just collapses. This one can't Frankenstein as well because it's been like hacked and slashed by Maven to Quinn for the past couple turns. It actually goes to raise one arm and that arm just lops off and falls to the side. The energy crackles on the inside of it and you guys smell like burnt and charred meat and it actually pops a little bit. And a little bit of frozen human guts kind of like splash against like DeQuinn and Maeve and fall to the ground. It is also dead. And with that, we are out of combat. Oh god, I got so quiet so quick.
I'd like to collect my how many arrows? Hold on, how many?
I think you fired 2, right?
No, 2 on the first round, and then it was short sword round. Then I did another arrow, and then short sword. So I have 3 arrows.
There's a rule for this, and I don't know what it is. I think you get, is it half per fight? Or do you roll? Is that what it is? Oh, no. Just roll a perception check to see if you can find them in the snow.
You mean in the dead body that's right in front of me?
Did you all 3 connect?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll give it to you then. You make a convincing argument.
Okay. So I get them back?
Yeah, all 3.
Awesome.
You know what? Roll a d20. Anyway. Roll a d20 anyway. Let's see how fortune favors you here.
Oh, dear. Because it's been going so well so far.
You had some good rolls.
With anything, just
Nope,
D20?
just straight d20. I say you get 1 arrow back. The other 2, they get charred in the electricity of the body, and they're unusable. They break.
As she goes down, picks up the 1 arrow, the Queen will like flick the ear.
Of her ear?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. I'm quickly gonna grab my scarf and tie it back so that my ears are covered.
You should hide them. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, well, not everyone thinks like that.
So there's 2 charred remains, one at the base of the igloo, one pushed up earlier to attack Maeve. Mostly intact. There was the gut blowing out. It's more for flavor than for identifying a remain per se. But yeah, these corpses, like no shoes, no shirt,
No problem.
no problem. Yeah, just some scrappy furs around them. The weapons laid to the side. These sort of like makeshift flails and javelins with the sort of black stone at the forged into a bladed tip for the javelin and a spiky sort of ball for the flail.
Anybody good at throwing things? Want this javelin?
Yes. What about throwing?
Oh, Daxi, how are you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
What do you mean? I got stabbed like 20 times and you go to a taxi? Yeah, righto.
You're
Yeah, no.
looking pretty okay.
Yeah. as he puts snow into his numerous poke holes that he's got from a flail. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Alright. I guess I would like to go check out these igloos that the
Wait, what am I
unliving
throwing?
were hanging out in.
What am I
There,
throwing?
there's a black tip javelin that you can claim if you'd like.
Ooh.
There's
That's
two.
probably like around here, because when he first threw it at me, he missed. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think the other one even threw one, so that one you'd be able to recover easily.
Yes, I would get these black tip javelins.
Let me pull up here. Where's my fight? There we go. Yeah, the remaining huts, the ones that they came out of, as you guys go in, you can see there's like weird scratching and of a strange language like along the inside of the walls. Does anyone speak? Give me a second to pull it up. Well, I tell you what, actually tell me what languages you speak and I'll tell you if it's the right one, because I can't find a list of all the languages right now.
Is it common?
It's not common.
Is it dwarvish?
It's not dwarvish. Go fish.
How about elvish?
Nope.
I'm out.
Okay.
Is it undercommon?
No.
Giant?
Nope.
No.
Primordial?
No. Hold on. I'll pull them up. No, it's not primordial either.
Is it Minotaur?
It is not Minotaur.
Draconic?
No, not Draconic either.
Oh, I'm out.
It
wait,
is.
Is it Loxodon?
No. No. Does anyone speak Infernal? That's the name I couldn't think of. Okay.
Does Impulse speak any languages?
None other than the ones that are already listed.
Your basic standard languages there. Yeah, it's just, I mean, there's just this strange, very runic type language like carved all over. And you can see some of it's written with black, like this sort of black, I don't know, thing. Then some of it's like in blood as well, like just, and you can almost see where it transitioned from black to blood, and it's just all over the inside of both of these igloos.
And it definitely looked like they were, like, not living still. Like, they looked...
They breathed and we haven't you see they eat or drink or anything, but they were definitely breathing. But they were acting like almost like possessed, like very unnatural, erratic behavior and movements.
And they looked rather frozen.
And they were almost frozen solid. Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
Whatever like life that was like attached to them was either on a thread, or being supplemented by something else.
Okay.
Yeah, on their persons, not much besides those weapons. On one of them, I think, if I keep clicking the wrong fucking tab. Let me see. Yeah. I'll say like Davos and DeQuinn, you can roll a roll a perception. Roll a perception check. Okay. As you guys kind of look these guys over. Oh, nice. DeQuinn. As you guys look these over, these look like ragged nomads, the type of like nomadic people that live out in these areas. Like it's not uncommon for there to be towns or little settlements outside of the major towns. It takes a very hardened group of people to survive that way. And the furs that you're seeing in the set, and kind of, as you look around, even like the igloos here, like they are kind of remnant of that sort of town, of those sort of settlements, and they're scattered like all over, like to build these types of like igloo type homes, like that takes time. So someone's lived here for a while. You notice that that one of the berserkers has a magic ring. Has a ring on its finger. Spoiler alert. It's inscribed in a tiny six-pointed snowflake. But that's the only thing that these things have on them.
I'll like not secretively, but I'm gonna throw that thing in my pocket. Hey everybody, here's a ring. I'm gonna take it and put it in my pocket.
As you pull it off, and show it to the show it to the group, you show it to Adaxi, and is anyone else trained in religion besides Adaxi?
Nope.
Yeah. Adaxi, make a religion check.
All right.
With advantage.
All right.
I got him.
You guiding him?
Yep.
How are you guiding him?
I believe this is a ring.
Oh, thank God you had advantage. As it's pointed towards you, you recall that the six-pointed snowflake is a symbol of the Frost Maiden. And as Davos is kind of holding it and pointing it out to you, the ring starts to like melt and disappear. And there's this sort of swirling snow that kind of picks up around the village, around this little town area here. And it increases and increases and increases in size and density. And you can't even see through the outside of the snow. But you guys all feel like in the bottom of your stomach that's like almost like that falling sensation. And as you feel like your feet get picked up off the ground and set back down, you look around and you realize that you are not in the village anymore. You are in a cavern of sorts. And as you look around, like on the walls of this cavern, it's dark. There's this sort of like moldy air smell. You can see on the walls, almost kind of glowing and glistening against them, is that same sort of runic inscription and writing, 6-10 feet up on the wall, covering the wall around you. And that's what we'll call it for tonight, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll pick up next time on where you have teleported to.
So
How did we get here?
Have all of us been teleported?
All 5 of you, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And actually, all creatures within 100 feet, so there's probably a really shit-scared rabbit or squirrel nearby too, who was just walking along in the snow and got picked up in this. It's like a 100-foot circle.
All right, dudes, I hate to leave immediately, but I have to leave immediately.
Yeah, I figured so. Yeah, we were running a little late, so we'll catch up. We'll catch up next time. And if you guys have any questions or need anything in the meantime, let me know.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep, I'll talk to you later, boss.
Yeah, I gotta find that